to the actual chart here. Let's pull this up. All right, cool. So this is AUD CAD. I'm looking for AUD USD. Okay, sweet. Oh, this is on the 1 minute. I'm like, that's way too fast. Okay, this is more it. This is more right here. All right, sweet. Yeah, we'll target these highs over here. That's pretty much where we want this to go. All right, so somewhere around over here. Yeah, this looks about right. Let's see. Yeah, I'm liking this. Sweet. So that was one, and then the other would be there was one more. I think it was USDC AUD CHF as well. That was kind of close. So kind of more or less the same. Now this one, what I didn't like about was the fact that the 4 hour didn't close below the 13, above the 13 yet. So I think this is what I didn't like the most on this one. Let's add this in here really quick. And if we do this, just put this at a 13. Let's just make this red, just to make it simple. Right. So this is what I mean. This is below it. Even though it was close, this is below it. So I didn't like that part too much. We don't have to worry about that with AUD USD. That one's already above it. So the hour doesn't really play effect because it doesn't matter. It's kind of canceled out. But if we go to USD, you can see that price is above this 13 EMA, not just on the one, but on the 4 hour chart as well. So you see the difference? It's kind of closed. They pull right back to this 13 EMA, and this should be the expected target. So we'll see what it gives us, fellas. But yeah, I'm officially long
Cool.
With AUD USD for the moment. So let's see what it gets us. All right.
Good stuff.
You guys can grab here. I just wanted to show that. My bad, Ty. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm still a ways away from all my alerts. Trying to find something on some smaller time frames, but everything that I like is going against my fundamentals, so don't want to trade it.
Gotta stick to the rules.
Yeah, and it's really all about that inflation. I mean, that's really my move. I mean, there's some pure technical moves I can make, but they're just going against my trade plan, and I can't break my rules, can I?
Yeah, I'm just worried I'm not micromanaging this trade and not getting into it. But it's just not there yet.
My mouse is still giving that.
Guys, do you mind if I take a 2-minute quick break? I just want to get a glass of water. And I'll be back.
Just water.
Take your time.
Very quickly.
Yeah. Go ahead and share my screen if you guys want. I'll just take a quick look
Yeah,
at some
go
of these
right
technical setups. That is, as long as my mouse plays nice.
ahead.
I mean, I just can't get over that.
Just teetering on this line. We'll see what it gives us.
All right, gents. I'll see you in just a bit. Be back now.
Okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
take your time.
That was a 1-to-1 you're going for? Is that right?
Yeah, it looks like just 1-to-1 towards the highs here.
Right on.
Yeah, like right.
Yeah, I really like, from a technical perspective, I really like the Aussie dollar as well on the 15-minute. Down there at a 15-minute, the 65.50 level. I mean, that's a perfect psychological level. It's a little small of a zone. It's only 4 pips, but yeah, for me personally, it's looks good on the technical side, but it's just a little bit low on my fundamentals. So definitely something I would avoid.
Right.
But
So we'll see what we get.
let me look at some of these other alerts I have set. NAS 100 up there. Yeah, it's pretty high. I mean, Aussie dollar New Zealand is getting kind of close to a short sell, but it's still a little ways away, it looks like. Let's see here. That's about 40 pips away. If I get a 40 pip spike up into up on Aussie New Zealand dollar, then I'd definitely be interested in shorting that one, because that one for me is given a net -8 score on the
Oh
fundies.
yeah.
Call it the
Be good to
fundies.
go with that one.
Yeah, on New Zealand.
See if I can put these on here too.
What's that there? Also,
How to
moving
get
averages.
this set up the right way.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, the indicators I have don't transfer over.
All right, gents. Back again.
All
right.
Get your water.
Got my water. Oh no, I forgot it outside by the door as I went to the bathroom. I'll get it later. I did take a sip. I missed you guys. I had to be quick.
Yep. Got me some Mio energy rolling through the veins today. Do they have that over there, South Africa?
Do what?
Mio.
What?
It's called Mio energy. You squirt it in water. It's like an energy water. You said you drink Red Bull. I
Probably.
figured.
I mean, some sort of. There must be some sort of a version, but just called something else.
Yeah, probably. It's about 10 servings in a bottle, but
what is it in a sachet?
Sachet?
Does it come in a sachet?
Oh, no, it just comes in a little container, and then you just squirt it in your bottle of water.
Uh-huh.
Pretty cheap per serving.
Uh-huh.
Euro dollar.
Come on, Aussie dollar. Go ahead and bounce off this lovely. You can do it. You can do it.
Put your back into it. Oh man, dollar or US 30. Oh man, that's the one that fell into the zone yesterday morning when I was trying to sleep. And it created another zone. If Dow comes down, the US 30 comes down to the 44,270 level, and we get we get whatever the inflation report creates. I've got a pretty decent setup. You guys looking at anything on the charts, or can we swap to mine chart real quick?
Swatch. You can swatch to
Swatch.
yours.
Let's come over to yours.
Swatch. Yeah, let's flip over to my chart. There we go. Yeah, that's my favorite spot right now on Dow. Down here at this 44,100 level. A good example, let me see. Let me look at the fundamentals real quick. I just want to take a look and see where the Dow's sitting. Okay, so Dow's giving me a score of a 6. So this is probably a good example of what I think I mentioned yesterday as far as like negative news events. If I've got positive fundamentals on something and the news comes out and says something's going to zero, then this is a good example. So like the Dow, it's giving me a 6. So if the inflation report comes out hot, like they're projecting, because again, they're projecting, 0.1 to a 0.3, 0.1 to 0.3, and then 2.4 to 2.6 on the year over year. So that would be obviously negative for the stock market, right? Well, my 6 would turn to a 5, but it would still be bullish. So that's really a good example for me of, let me find my projection tool, of taking advantage of people's panic selling to come down into my demand zone over here. Get my 15-minute bullish candle out of there, and then look to buy long, maybe come up to this point, to this high point. So that's my favorite way to use panic news. Now, even if it comes out soft, I mean, you guys know how it works. I mean, what you think's going to happen on a news release, it may do the complete opposite. So it's just all in the way the banks want to take price. I mean, they're the ones doing the manipulating behind the scenes. I hear people try to explain that away on like YouTube about, oh, they don't do that. They don't manipulate. Well, I mean, we can't move price. Now, the only good example of, of the retail trader would obviously be, GameStop. Obviously, they won that battle, right? The little man, as they called us. But
that was a concerted effort, right?
Right.
Pretty
exactly.
insane that happened, right? Jeepers.
Yeah. I tell you what, there's a really good documentary about that on Netflix.
I think, was it on Netflix?
Yeah, I think it was. It was
and
awesome.
Wasn't there, I think, a movie that they're making about it too, I believe.
Yeah, Dumb Money. I think it's called
Dumb Money.
Yeah, literally.
No, I seen it. It was really good. It was about the GameStop thing.
Yeah, it was there. Yeah, both of them.
Roaring Kitty.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's just a crazy.
I like all the movies like that. Yeah, it really was. It was amazing. I really liked it. They asked the hedge fund manager, like, how much money did we lose today? $1 billion. He said, the girl asked him, like, how much money did we make today? $1 million. How much did we make yesterday? $3 million. We're like really rich, right? Yeah.
So yeah, that's
one single ant on its own can't do much until the whole colony comes together, right?
Yeah. Well, shoot, Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, that's the whole reason I got into trading. To be quite honest with you guys, I mean, the first time I saw that movie,
I remember the very same.
But because of the goals.
I remember where I was when I saw that and everything. It was insane.
Not all the illegal stuff, but just the excitement.
The girls and the parties. Tiger.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, I didn't have my girlfriend
Yeah.
back then, so maybe a little bit, but yeah, not anymore.
See.
but but no, it's just like it just kind of sparked something in me, and yeah, I think as soon as I went and watched that movie, I turned around and was like looking up charts and stocks and things at the time. I found some firm, I don't remember what it was called, but I remember placing a trade on there, not knowing a thing about what I'm doing, and I accidentally got a win and thought, "Oh, I can do this. I can do this. This is easy."
That sounds familiar.
Yeah,
Yep.
this is
You can
easy.
do
I made a
this.
profit on my first trade on a
Oh,
dummy
yeah.
account, but yeah, then I quickly realized, oh wait, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I better go learn this stuff. I never went to
No,
college or
mine. I don't know if I
university.
mentioned my kind of story before, but I used to when I lived in Fort Lauderdale. One of my friends, his name was Andre, and he would always say he'd always tell me like, Mike, you should come over, come over, come over. Like we're doing the charts in the morning. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm not thinking nothing of it. And then he was like, you should really come. Like we meet at the Starbucks, we do this, whatever. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna come one day. And one of these days, I'm not going to his house. I'm actually out, and then I see him at a Starbucks, and it's a yellow Lamborghini like in the front, and I'm like, man, whose car that is? And he's like, Mike, he's like, come in. He's like, Caesar's here. And I'm like, who's that? He's like, the guy I've been telling you about. And we're literally in Starbucks. I promise you guys, this dude Caesar, who at the time I thought has a yellow Lamborghini, made $2,375 right in front of my face in Starbucks in about 2 hours time. And I'm like,
Oh wow.
what in the world is this?
Yep.
But it had went down, right? And he made money. And I'm asking Dre, I'm like, how did he make money and it went down? He said, Mike, you can make money when it goes down or up. And I was like, for real?
Yep.
He was like, yeah. And he bust
Magic
out laughing. He thought it was
moments.
the funniest thing ever. Yeah. And he said, I've been telling you to come to the house. I said, I'll be there tomorrow. Literally the very next day, I'm in his house, and that's how I got hooked.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
little
like,
did I know
you
that
know,
was not Caesar's Lamborghini. It was rented, and shortly after that, Caesar lost all of that money that he had. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's trying to play the long game, not the short one, right? That's the most difficult part.
Yep. Exactly.
How about you, Richard? How'd you get your start?
My brother sort of dabbled in trading a little bit, and he was actually into coaching rugby. He didn't quite make it as
Yeah.
like being a top player himself, so he got an opportunity to become a referee, like international referee, and even go and coach in Portugal, I believe it was. And then somehow he met someone through somehow that offered him come and study some finance. I think it was for actually for a brokerage. And he was put through his paces, a lot of tests he had to take, and yeah, he came on top, out of top of like three or four or five people or whatever. And yeah, decided to pursue that, and then sort of told me when we were having a barbecue what he's doing. I had no clue what's going on, and that just piqued my interest. Opened up a forex account, $50. Also, same thing. Won a little bit. Thought this is easy. Lost everything very quickly, dabbed in all the EAs under the sun that you could find that didn't work. And obviously, very quickly noted that, you need to take seriously hard work and dedication to get anywhere. And then I had the opportunity myself to join a friend on a prop trading floor, actual trading floor here in Cape Town. That was around the time my son was born, my first son. And yeah, to write my board exams to be able to do that. And back then, it's not like we have now electronic based prop trading firms like Hola Prime. They would actually join a prop trading firm. You'll have to put down, let's say, $3,000, and they'll leverage it up to, let's say, $30,000. You can trade, but if you lose money, it comes out of your deposit. Plus, you had to pay desk fees. I had to pay 50% commission for every trade that I took, winner or loser.
50%.
But it was a great learning experience. I can tell you that much. It was very tough, fast paced. Sometimes some of the guys they executed trades in excess of 100, 200 trades a day. So basically, just day trading. Yeah, considering all those fees on top of things, it was hard. But I'm glad I did that. And then eventually decided, now, I could have kept all that commission myself. Not pay to rent the desk, and then actually, you would have sort of been making a little bit of money, consistently. So back then, I was just breaking even with all these fees that I had to pay. But anyway, I suppose it's all about school fees, right? If you want to put it that way, you need to learn
Right.
somehow. It was cool being thrown in the deep end, and then I went on my own, pretty much. Got 3 monitors. I started looking into futures. Back then, I was only trading equities, South African equities. Didn't like that too much. And then I got hooked on futures. Done an options course with a really good mentor also here in South Africa. It's got some international reach as well. Like trading options from time to time. And never looked back. But I mean, it wasn't easy. That's for sure. It still isn't easy. But you keep at it. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, options is on my list. I did take like a full day class here about 4 or 5 years ago, or probably 3 years ago.
Right.
Interesting stuff. Like, when I learned Forex and stock trading back in the day, this is 2014, 2015, I was always told, well, options involves way too much math. That's what I was always told. And so I never had interest
We
because
also always told it's too risky, which I believe is definitely not true, if you know what you're doing, obviously.
Yeah, so I thought, well, and that's back before I knew much about trading. So I thought, well, I don't like math, so I probably won't like options trading. But one of my buddies, one of my bowling teammates, he actually does options trading on Robinhood, and yeah, he kind of broke it down for me about the orders and different types of
I do
orders.
believe you also need software like you using with your sentiment analysis and all that sort of stuff. That can give you extremely good ideas as to what options you should be using, and then obviously you have to include volatility. Are the options priced too high or low compared to historical pricing and all that sort of stuff. But we got specialized software that this guy that was my mentor actually developed himself, and you can, with the right data, get a very good idea where the big traders are positioning themselves. And I'll tell you what, they are mostly selling options, and who's buying them? All the retail traders. And all of the options, I think it's upwards of 80% on a weekly basis that expire are those that bought options. So you must ask yourself, who bought, who sold them those options? And it's mostly your big retail, your what's his name? Big trading houses and stuff. You can clearly see where they position themselves, and because you're working over a longer, let's say, expiry, you got a good deal of time to fix a position if it's not going in your direction, in your intended direction, price-wise or profit-wise. So that's what I like about it. But if you trade short-term options, I mean, it's all the rage these days, guys trading 0 days to expiry options. I think that's just gambling. But if you, let's say, trade a month out, 2 months out, you want to take a longer position, you've done your homework, execute, it doesn't go your direction. There's so many options, part of the pun, to your disposal that you can actually make that position, you fix that position in your intended direction, which you can't do with just trading the underlying.
Yeah, I still get confused.
It requires a steep learning.
Yeah. I mean, like the condors and on iron condors, like Yeah, all
Yeah.
that's the confusing part to me. But like just the general idea of keeping price within a range, like that kind of makes sense. As far as like
Your
collecting
straddles
premiums
and
and all that.
strangles and all that stuff.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sounds
but
rough.
anyway, guys,
Iron
are you seeing
condors
anything
and
happening there
puts
at the
and
moment
calls
on
and
your side?
covers.
Not
Calls
at the
and
moment.
covers.
Yeah, not at the moment. I mean, British pound,
Maybe we can
Swiss.
switch to my screen. I'll just want to look at the
Sure.
FTSE quickly.
FTSE. Yeah, go ahead and flip on over and we'll see what you got on the FTSE. Playing footsie over there.
On the FTSE. Price has just been grinding lower until getting worried that it's not going to hit my area, but it is extremely close. So I'm just waiting for my
I'm looking
screen
at
to
this zone on the
switch
FTSE
over.
myself. Yeah. So it gets over to you. 89.74 is where I'm looking, personally.
89.74. Yeah. You see,
Yeah,
that's
because
also at a market geometry level for me. Another area to potentially go along for. Yeah. Right, I'm just waiting for my screen to switch over. Then I'll just quickly chat you through, take you through that.
Yeah, because for me, that's a 4 hour with a 15-minute demand zone inside. So I love that area. With my alert that is actually working set.
Better than your mouse. Right, so guys, I talked through this. We're in a 4 hour fair value gap here on the FTSE, UK 100. Confluence there with an upward sloping pitchfork. Previously at the same angles, got these highs nicely. There's lots going on here, I'll be dead honest. Let me maybe just do that background a little lighter so you can see what's going on. We also use a channel sloping to the downside. I mean, they're all crossing beautifully right there. And this is what I said about maybe nitpicking too much is, will it actually get there? Who knows? But I think it's worth waiting. Typically, you don't want to get into a position until, especially if you still think that this is a bullish setup after a potential correction. You don't want to just jump in the middle of nowhere. But cool if price can find support or at least make contact with a pitchfork that's tracking this upside move, right? Reason being is just because it's still respecting these angles, clearly. So what I like to do is I do on the longer time frames, slope the pitchfork in the direction of your intent, what you think might be a trend or whatever the case might be. And as soon as you get what you might view as a corrective move, then slope market geometry in the opposite direction, following the correction. So what you get is two different angled, in this case, upward sloping and a downward sloping angles. And where they cross could make really good areas for support and resistance. Price just not there yet. I really hoped it would get there sooner than this, but the markets don't listen to us, that's for sure.
They don't.
And hopefully things don't like go chill out until those CPI numbers come out, and we're just going to sit here twiddling our fingers, which is also a potential could also potentially happen, right? So I think where were you saying you might be interested in going long? Tiger, you were saying at 48974.
Yeah, that was
here. Yeah.
89.74.
Is that a demand zone?
Yeah, it's a 15-minute demand zone within a 4-hour demand zone. So let me see.
So pretty much this mess over here.
Yeah, it'd be if you flip that over to a 15-minute. Of course, now I'm looking at it on a different platform. So let's just see if that same price point translates. Let me take a look here. FTSE. UK 15-minute. 4 hour.
Yeah, look, we definitely got an order block here, don't we?
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, it's obviously going to be a little different when we're comparing it to the T word.
Look, it can be quite difficult sometimes if you look, especially if you look at a different platform and then want to execute on the other. I've seen this with market geometry as well. The actual execution where you relay the order to your broker. When you, for example, draw market geometry on that, it differs those levels than, let's say, if you're using a third-party software or stuff quite often. So you just got to be mindful of that. But I mean, just from a very simplistic point of view, we got a 50% and a 61.8% retracement. Right.
Yeah, that as well.
So it could be that we slice through there. Again, I'm not going to just jump into this. It'd be nice if price makes contact with that fair value gap. Again, pretty large one here on the 4 hour. Price already in it, right? I'm in it to win it. But price still has to, move into that low median line and give me a reaction. Oh, and it's very colorful here today in my charts.
Yeah. That's a very rainbow colorful. Puked up.
But anyway, yeah. Unicorn. Something like that. We get that, and we get a rejection. Great. What would be even nicer, if we're a bit more patient, is if you get some sort of movement like this. Price structure defined for downtrend, although it's a small one, lower lows, lower highs, makes contact with the area you want to trade, get a break of price structure or previous price structure, change of character, whatever you want to be looking at using any of those terms, that will be even better for a trade. But price might just shoot up from here, or it might. So really nothing to do rather than wait. I think if we wait any longer here, and the closer we get to those CPI numbers, I want to be in this trade already, and hopefully is profitable. Again, it's a different markets, but believe me, when the CPI numbers come out, even here in South Africa, our indices react pretty violently to it. Keeping an eye on the big boys in the US.
Yeah.
Got to.
Yeah. Yeah, so that 15-minute demand zone, it's the same on the FTSE. Just the 4-hour candle doesn't. It's not the same.
Okay.
Yeah, so it would be July 14th at 9 a.m. candle on the 15-minute time frame. That's the one I'm looking at.
There we go, 15. Lower down over here.
Yeah, it's that right above the 61.8. It'd be, well, according to my timing, it's 9 a.m. here. So for you, it'd probably be 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 p.m. So 1,500.
Yeah, that'll be 1,500.
Yeah, right between your.
Right about here. So you're looking at some sort of a timed move into that area.
I can, So for me, when I put on the fibs, it's right at the 50.
Oh, but I'm on what's his name? This chart is in New York time.
New York? No, mine is Central.
Yours is Central.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be. Definitely believe that there could be some manipulation, at least temporarily, when that news event comes out. We see it lots of times on the NASDAQ, wipe people out. I think they should be long, and then boom, price reverses to the other side. Distribution.
That's how they do it.
That's right.
And often.
That's how they do it.
Right. So, guys, that is me for the time being. Let's just have a look at crude oil here. Again, remember we broke below that lower channel line, and we've now had a retest off it. We sitting. This is actually a big 4-hour fair value gap to the upside here. Let me just switch back to the 4-hour time frame. It might not get there, at least maybe not today, if we especially start seeing another downward move. But we're also testing these previous lows, so very close to it. So I'm really not favoring crude oil at the moment just yet. I'm really, really keen to get into the FTSE, but it's sort of just run sideways since I got my eyeballs on them.
Yeah, and I got U.S.
patience.
oil. U.S. oil is a 0 on my algorithm, so
what's that,
perfectly
neutral?
neutral. Perfectly neutral. Yep. Yeah,
As I
nothing on the
said, I
CO2.
think on crude oil is that if this was corrective, that sort of double zigzag pattern similar to what we've seen on the NASI, but this obviously moved up and the NAS one moved down, then I'm still bullish over the long term, I would say. I'm just thinking price might be gunning for these previous lows. Do something like this and then back up again.
Mhm.
And the reason why we're saying that is, and you guys remember Howard, one of the other coaches?
Yeah.
We're really looking at crude oil for some time. Maybe first, second, third, fourth, fifth move. Now, some very violent corrective move, then
Mm-hmm.
a continuation upside. And crude oil can move very violently. People know that. I don't know if you guys have traded crude oil before. Been trading it
Oh
for
yeah,
years. It
No,
can be quite a beast.
yeah.
I
I got
haven't, but
smashed
just
one time on crude oil.
you got smashed one time, crude oil.
smashed.
Yeah. I was like,
It's not
whoa,
smashed the
that was
like button,
big. That was
smashed by crude oil.
whew. Yeah. That thing
Yeah,
was
so
super
we were
fast. I was
saying, I
like,
mean,
whoa.
this crazy descending triangle, something we were since we started these live sessions, something we were monitoring, and well, I think we did well to actually identify that first, although it sort of was glaring us in the face. But let me just get my what's this thing tool out here. Here we go. Patterns. Price move into low. Then we're going a sort of funny B, C, D, E breakout to the downside. And what's important about this here, similar to what I said earlier on gold, be careful you get a triangle form during, let's say, a strong uptrend or whatever trend is, right, up or down. And it takes a long period of time, especially on a higher time frame. It typically tend to be the best correction prior to a strong reversal in the opposite direction. Even here, we got some sort of a 1, 2, 3, 4 equal bottom fifth wave. So this might as well just be in that first move up. Remember, I counted 5 up here, sort of corrective move lower. So for the time being, long story short, sorry to blab on so much. I'm thinking there's a possibility that price might still take out these lows and then we're going to move up. So
Well,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking on crude oil. Obviously,
collect that
I've been wrong
liquidity
many
under
times
there.
before, but that's it. All right, I've got an alert set there on the FTSE. Let's see what happens. Are you still in that trade, Michael?
Yes, sir. It is kind of hanging around, not doing too much.
Hmm.
Pretty much right at break even. These are the worst, right? Because I wanted to either run and go ahead and let me go to take profit or break even, or
Yeah.
give me a little pullback, sir, so I can get my second position on. Don't just sit there. Win
You're
quick or
still
lose
going to get a
quick, I
second
think is your
position
motto.
on if you get a better price, right?
Yeah, because I only got half of it on, so it's
Gotcha.
kind of sitting here now. If it does pull back, I want it to pull back to the 13 a little bit, and if it does, no, I'll smack it again. I'll be honest though, I'm looking at GJ also. Let me I'll pull up GJ. I can grab the screen if you don't mind.
Yeah, please do.
GJ.
Okay, let me share my screen here. All right, sweet. So yes, all right. They must have hurt me. Now it's starting to move a little bit. All right.
Don't lie. You manipulating the market there with your billions you're managing.
That's right. That's right. The billions.
So listen, if this closes above this last candle in this next, what is this, 10 minutes, 11 minutes, I'm going to take this. Um, reason being, you guys already know. Yeah, we got our fresh 5200 cross here. All right. So much easier being able to do this. So we got the fresh 5200 cross here. Now, obviously, price does not count when it touches to 200 here, for the simple fact the market baseline is above the static. So that's not it. It doesn't count until over here. The baseline goes below the static, right? So we got price touching, doesn't touch. Here doesn't touch, but boom, right here. This is where this first area kind of starts happening, right? So I'm looking for that W structure, right, off this 200 EMA here. That would be the move. What'll give me super confirmation is if, let me lock this up, is if this closes, keep them above this last candle, right? So how it is now, this is a lovely candlestick pattern inside of a pattern, right? This green one closed above. This next one is still closed. It still closes above as well, with this little wick here to trap those and ping on some of those orders. And then this very next candle comes and closes here. Now the key to this is it has to close above this candle. It can't close at the same line. It would need to close above this area. So if it does that, I would wait for a small pullback and then I will hop in. I will try to hop in around here somewhere. And this would be a nice $1 risk for $1.60 gain. This wouldn't be bad at all. Right. So
Hop in
might
it.
be in the second trade here, guys. Yeah. If this sets up, might be in the second trade. Now for this one, I probably will only. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm thinking this is GU. So yeah, I could take this as well. Let's see what's happening with AUD CAD. I mean AUD USD, because I don't want to too over leveraged here. Yeah, so this thing is just still sitting here. This is so interesting.
It just chilling
This one
sideways.
is better. Yeah, this one is actually better, and it's because they're kind of waiting on this news to come out. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not really sure. But yeah, this is definitely kind of just hanging out here. So, we'll see how this goes.
They need to start releasing more news on Mondays for us. Is what they need to do. Instead of waiting to pile it all on Tuesday, Thursday.
The Mondays are for the gaps first, Tiger, and then we got to fill them later in the week.
Fill the gaps, yeah. I mean, that's typically what I use Monday and Sunday. I just kind of wrap Sunday into Monday here in the U.S. Like it's just like military style. Hurry up and wait. Like just kind of see which direction the market takes it naturally, before, well, basically, they're digesting the news. It's stuff that happened over the weekend. I mean, I don't know, that seems to be the main plays, but yeah, the real economic stuff that I prefer doesn't start till typically Tuesdays. So that's why I say they just need to start some of this stuff on Mondays.
No, for sure. For sure.
Give us a little more
Make
action.
it a little bit easier.
Yeah. But it teaches me patience.
Something else that was decent as well was AEDCHF. As I was mentioning, only one thing I didn't like about this is there was no 4-hour close. I don't like it when it's super, super close like this. Like I'll have to zoom all the way in and see, like, wait, did this close? And if you look close enough, you can see that it actually didn't. Right? Like this green candle is below this 13 EMA. It's slightly below it, but it's below it. So it was super close to actually confirming too. But as I mention all the time, I have a strong no trade if 4-hour confirmation did not happen.
Gotcha.
So that'll lead us from alone. But that's why AU was the better setup, because AU did provide us with this 4-hour confirmation. You can easily see from all the way back here without even having to zoom in that this candle definitely closed above this 13. So really just waiting for a little pullback or something. I mean, come on, guys. Like let's do something. It's just sitting here.
It just
I've been in this trade literally for 55 minutes nearly, and it's still in the exact same spot.
Well,
not one thing has happened.
That sucks when that happens.
Yes. Like
it plays tricks on the mind.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Is that something that you close intraday, or hold open possibly a day or two, or what's your outlook on
that? I wouldn't want to hold this too long, to be honest. So, say for example, as soon as price gets pretty much halfway, so I say maybe somewhere around here. As soon as this gets around here, I'm at break even.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Gotcha.
So no matter what,
Awesome.
I'll be at break even around here. But I don't like to hold them. Again, that swap is killer for your account for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I was just looking at that. It's 0.65% charge on you for the Aussie dollar.
And not to mention, like, I don't like to when they widen the spread right at like 5 Eastern, and you can easily get gapped out. So I had way too many experiences where that has happened, and then it ends up going my way. That I literally can't even count them all. It's happened so many times.
Maddening.
So I just don't like to do that at all. Yeah, it's maddening, exactly. So on top of me being up for the day or being close, I got to pay the swap, and you got me out. So you either stop me out or, took me out at break even. That's too much for me.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
And then it goes
so
it's not fair.
Yeah, it's a cheat. Like literally, my mentor told me when I first started trading, but 8 years into my journey, I say when I really started learning, is the market makers only have so many tools, right, to really mess you up. And that right there is one of their go-to tools, is to widen the spread, that change over and take you out, and to gap you. Those are like huge tools that they get. In fact, he kind of mentioned it something like this. I can kind of draw it on the screen, right? So like from here, the spread is like this from, let's say, all the time. And then at one point, the spread widens like this, and then it goes back, right? So you can be on either side, right?
Yep.
Everything's fine. But right around this area, right around here, let's say that 5 o'clock Eastern to 6 o'clock Eastern, if you're trying to hold a trade over in this area, man, they can easily get you easily. So I don't like to do that. I'm closing my trade. If this is 5 o'clock, I'm closing my trade at 4 o'clock. That's what I said. I got an alarm set for every day to close my trade at 3:55. Not even 4:55, at 3:55. So I avoid that whole last hour from 4 to 5 entirely.
I've definitely temporarily moved stop losses, to account for those widening spreads, but definitely not the wisest thing to do, because obviously it could just keep on going. But trying to get around.
Sometimes I've just seen the spread ridiculously high. Like this thing's at 30, 40, 50 pips. It's like, what? That's crazy. That's crazy. And I'm telling you, I had a lot of losses, guys, like a lot from that exact thing. And I said, you know what? I'm not holding trades anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. Yeah. Now I'll do it occasionally. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. If I take a full
line on the sand,
yeah, had to. So I'll do it occasionally if, let's say, I'm taking a 4-hour trade and I'm looking for the daily confirmation, right? Because the stops is much higher. So I doubt that there will be a 60, 80 pip widening of the spread. Now that's kind of high, right? But anything below that, if I'm taking trades on the 1 hour or the 15 minute, I'm definitely not holding it.
Yeah, that's the exact same thing I do. Exact same thing. Yeah, anything under an hour, I'm out.
You guys will notice. Yeah, you guys will notice. I'll post in the Discord typically. I'm like, all right, it's 3:55. I'm out of here. I can't because what I used to hold it, try to do it at 4:55, right? And then something similar would happen. Like they start to spread up a little early. The market's all sporadic. It moves like way more pips than it typically would. I'm like, all right, you know what? I need to avoid that whole last hour altogether. So that's why I do 3:55 instead of 4:55.
Yeah, and that was the same for me when I was trading penny stocks. Like I wouldn't even place a trade after about 2 p.m. Central. Like, preferably just trying to keep everything, preferably,
you're trading penny stocks.
Well, back in the day, yeah, about 3-4 years ago, I got into it a little bit. While I was again, like I said, just while I was making my sales and my sales job. But
I also dabbled with that for a while.
Yeah, it's fun, it's entertaining, but it's definitely a lot more stressful. A lot more stressful than
after you watch Wolf of Wall Street. You have to start at penny stocks.
Yeah, the pink sheets.
Yeah, pink sheets.
Unload, baby. Bro, you know what? Gosh, I love it. I love it. Love that movie.
As you guys seen this GJ trade, you see how sneaky they are? Just going to the 1 hour chart here. Look how sneaky this is. They went all the way up and then came back down. You see this last green candle did not close above these two previous ones. Sneaky. But this little wick at the top, they could have easily did it and closed at the top, but they didn't.
Just to confuse people, right?
Yep.
They're good at that.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I don't really see too much out here. I'm just still relaxing with this AUD USD. Got a little bit of action here, but that's about it. All right, so I'm at 66 here. I'm at exactly right here.
Euro.
Yes, it's so interesting because I just knew when we started having these sessions that we'd be able to take more trades because sometimes, in an hour and a half, it's kind of short. You may or may not get a setup.
Right.
Yeah.
But with these longer sessions, especially London, it's like, all right, we should get something, almost every day. At least a good 2 to 4 setups a week for sure.
One would hope so.
Nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me right now. I'll keep digging, see if I see anything else. Maybe
Guys,
next
you mind if
hour
I
we
step
can
out
get
for
this.
5-10 minutes? I need a bit of a break.
Yeah. Take your
Yeah.
time. Take your time.
Then we can swap around afterwards.
Sure thing.
Sounds
All
good.
right, I'm keeping an eye on that alert, so I'll be back if it triggers anyway. So we'll see you in just a bit.
Oh,
All right. Sounds good.
we
Cheers.
can flip.
Yeah.
We can flip
We'll
on
see
over to
what this
mine
does.
for a little bit, if you like.
Yeah, sounds good.
Unless you got anything else there.
Nah, nothing much at the minute. Maybe we can get this close above in the next hour on GJ. But for right now, just kind of chillaxing. See what it'll do.
Yep. Me too. I mean, keeping an eye on Euro Pound here. As soon as we get her flipped over. It's probably the closest thing I have to a setup at the moment.
Let me hit my fan on really quick.
There you go.
I gotta put if I don't have my fan on, the AC in here, it get a little too cold. I gotta find like a happy medium.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm starting to think my laptop's getting a little warm with all the things I'm using on it, so I might have to blow a fan on my laptop. All right.
So you gotta do
Back
something.
in, if you want to toss it over to my chart when you get a chance. I'll just kind of go back
See
down
what we got
through the
going on over
majors.
here.
Yeah. Whenever we get my chart up there.
Yeah, it's funny. I was thinking the same thing about like my AirPods because normally I'm like literally, some people go to sleep in dead silence. Some people go to sleep with the TV on. Somebody goes to sleep listening to trading interviews or Spanish in your sleep interviews.
Yeah.
With my AirPods on. Right, but now that we're using the AirPods for the sessions, by the time I wake up, they're dead. So I have to make sure I charge them in the morning for those 20, 30 minutes so they can get back. That's what happened yesterday. I'm like, man, my AirPod died. I'm like, oh, yeah. I need to charge these things because I'm somebody who my AirPods get a lot of play.
So you go to sleep listening to what you said, trading interviews?
Mm-hmm. I literally listen to. I do like a little cue and listen to something every night. Like yesterday, I listened to our interview, Sam and Laura, the two trading psychologists here at Hola Prime. Just listen to different channels, and so I fall asleep.
Yeah.
On the weekends, I'll listen to like Spanish interviews. Get some more vocabulary.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's, when I lived in Mexico City, there was a point, and this was probably 2 months into my lessons I I had a teacher that would come to our apartment and teach me for 4 hours every day Spanish. And
what?
I had finally gotten to the point to where I was actually starting to have dreams in Spanish.
That's how you know you're getting fluent.
Yeah. That's what I thought too. Back in, are you there? Can you flip over to my chart if you would? I'm still fighting my mouse, but we're gonna mess around with some charts here. But anyway, yeah, no, I fall asleep to my exhaust fan. That's what helps me. And then my fan as well. Exhaust fan in my bathroom because it's just I gotta have that white noise. Some type of white noise. It just helps soothe me. But my mother, she can fall she could fall asleep to the TV every single night. I remember that as a kid.
I just couldn't do that.
Me neither, because I'd be thinking too much about whatever it is.
Where I don't have control over what it's targeted to, right? Like it's the weirdest topic. I don't want to dream about something weird that I fell asleep to. I want to fall asleep to some trading something or some Spanish something. That's it. I don't want to.
Yeah. Well, it used to be music, but then it got to the point where I would try to sing in my head, so I'd stay up even longer.
Right.
Trying to get them to move to my charts real quick. Adjust your camera angle. There's too much head.
Must have stepped away or something.
Yeah, maybe they did. Ah, there we go. All right. Fight my mouse one more time. Yeah, I just don't know why my mouse is doing this nonstop this morning. Yeah, I'm still waiting on this this overall downslope on the euro dollar. I mean, that's really my favorite target down here at the 51.50, between the 50 and 61 level. That's the one that I drew up yesterday. But yeah, like we've mentioned 100 times, it's all about that inflation data. Euro pound, pound dollar. So I did identify. Now this did just barely touch that overall 4-hour demand on the bottom. I believe it was 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour. So if it had, I would have preferred to sell in this area had it not hit that. Now I just barely touched it, but it still touched it. It still mitigated it. So let me see how far that went in. Yeah, it definitely looks like it went in a pip or two, which may not be that relevant in the grand scheme of things. Let's take a look at what the volume did coming out. Okay, so that was during the end of Monday intraday session. So no volume basically. So I don't think I'll really count that as a mitigation, to be honest with you. It did technically go in a pip. Come on, mouse. But that was just probably a bunch of slippage, right? So I'm gonna ignore that. I'm gonna exactly. But I do have an alert set on this 1 hour zone just above. So that's probably the closest one I had. Now, yesterday morning, if you remember, Michael, I was looking at this supply zone up here. It had come up and it had missed it by a pip and a half. Missed it. And then, of course, it dropped, 60 pips. 70. I think it was 70 pips it dropped. So, yeah, just that one pip. In the NFL, it's a game of inches, right? Well, in currency trading, it's a pips. Game of a pip or pipette.
That's true. Remember yesterday, the same thing happened to me. Right, it pulled right off that line right before it took my alert off, and for me to move stop to break even, it's like,
Yeah. Yep.
They know exactly what they're doing when they do that.
Yeah, just ahead of that or just before that supply, there was a 15-minute supply. So it looks like that was the area that was respected. And I was looking to see if there was any fair value gaps hidden in there, maybe on a higher time frame. Not really. Not really. Yeah, I wouldn't call any of that a fair value gap, but I was looking to see if this fell into one. There's the tiniest of fair value gaps in there, but I wouldn't say that's anything to write home about. But if you look at it under a microscope, there's a little bit, just a tiny bit. But a pip and a half fair value gap there. Not a ton. But yeah, regardless,
Something.
that was the one I was channeling. So it turned around and proceeded to create a new zone below. I mean, just looking at it on a 4 hour, got that red candle. I'm sorry, that green candle before the big decline. Now, I say big, that's 40 pips in a 4 hour candle. So really it's not that much, but within that 4 hour, there goes my mouse again. Yeah, I'm going to buy a new mouse when I wake up.
Can't you
Yeah,
order one
got,
that they deliver with a drone in your neck of the woods?
what's that now?
Don't they have the Amazon drones to deliver stuff these days?
Oh, yeah, we heard something about that. So I live 5 minutes from an Amazon warehouse, and then there's another one
All right.
about 15 minutes away from me in Kansas City on the Missouri side. But yeah, we have heard about that. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, they're getting crazy.
Well, it's funny because you can go on YouTube and see where people have recorded their packages being dropped off, and like the wind will catch it, or
Oh yeah.
they'll land on a roof, so they don't even make it to the people. So yeah, clearly there's going to be kinks until they figure all that out. But no, it's pretty
Oh yeah.
smart. Jeff Bezos, he's trying to make things happen. But yeah, this 1 hour zone within the 4 hour, that's probably the closest one I have at the moment. And we're really only about 15 pips or so away. 10 pips. So if we get into that area, then I'll definitely probably pull the trigger on it and then put my stop loss up here.
Oh yeah, it's very close.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a big risk. I mean, that's not a big RR. It's about a 1.5 to 1 or 2 to 1 before this, underneath the man zone. But let's see if I can make that skinnier. Let's see what a 15-minute looks like. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Well, it's 3 red candles. I mean, I could kind of isolate this green candle here if I wanted to make it skinnier. Squeeze into my skinny jeans. That might be an opportunity. Let me get rid of my drawings. I get too much color on my screen too sometimes, and it gets overwhelming. Sometimes I just got to flip it off and just look at my master pattern and my order block.
Try to keep it neat.
Keep it neat and tidy. Oh my gosh. Why, Mr. Mouse? Why?
Could get the hammer.
It is just the hammer, yeah. Oh, I prefer to throw it in my pond. I have a pond outside of my patio. It's only probably 30 feet away, 40 feet away, 15 meters.
Is it wireless? Did I ask you that before?
It is, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a wired one today when I go to.
Yeah, I prefer when it comes to trading to use everything wired.
Yeah, I actually had just the wireless setup for my laptop, but I also had a Ethernet cable, so I actually plugged it in as of last week, which I don't think I had bad service to begin with, like when we were doing our test phases. But yeah, that definitely, I think, made it solid, a little more solid. Oh my gosh. But yeah, pound dollar, and that one's still giving me a bearish bias. Let me see here. Pound dollar, -5. So yeah, right on. And will be made even stronger as long as that inflation report does come out. warm for the dollar, like it's projected
Yeah.
to. So that would likely move it to a -6 or a -5. I don't know. I'm going to go take a quick peek at the pound dollar individual reports real quick on my other screen. Economic heat maps, U.S. dollar, CPI. Yeah, because see, the last CPI report for the dollar is the report we got today. Okay, yeah, the CPI. So the last CPI report was bearish for the dollar because it was a 2.5.
And that's
The
still
actual
over
was
2 hours from now, right? Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, 7:30 Central. So yeah, just over 2 hours. So yeah, I mean, as long as the economists predicted that, of course, it's like meteorologists predicting the weather, right? It's not always right, but if they happen to pick the right numbers, then on my economic heat map for the dollar, that'll go from bearish to bullish, which would strengthen that bearish bias from a -5 to a -6. Actually, it would do it to a -7 because bearish to neutral is a 1 point, and then neutral to bullish is 1 point. Turn that -5 to -7. So that would strengthen my bearish bias. So yeah, I'm really liking this area now that I think about it. Now that I do the math in my head. See, I can do simple math. 1 + 1.
Complex math is this up.
When it comes to the algebra, no. When math has letters in it,
Numbers, yeah,
I'm just
letters,
not
yeah.
interested. I like math with just numbers.
I hear you.
That was one of the happiest grades I got in high school, and was it freshman algebra. I think I had a C- in algebra, and I was so happy. Like, oh, passed. Like I know how to get the answer. I just never knew how to show the work.
Yeah, that's what they wanted you to do, is show the work.
Like, you got the answer. What do you need the work for? Just take my word for it. I can do it in my head, but just don't ask me to do it on paper. But no, but it's just funny because I did like geometry. I had an A+ geometry. Like, that was, and I still to this day think that's why I like trading so much. Just looking at the patterns and
Same, yeah. I've also
I did too.
got a bit of a technical drawing. I really love geometry.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Plus,
I like it too. Even down to like playing pool. Like, geometry actually still has something to do with life nowadays, right? Like, other
it works
things
well in
don't.
pool if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Geometry trading, just like you say, Richard. That's perfect description.
Mm-hmm. It was funny. I was playing. I'm not the best pool player by far. Don't get me wrong, but it's been several times where, like, do you play? I'm like, no, I don't really play the game. Get on the tables, you're a little too good. I'm like, I was actually doing really good in geometry. That's really it. I don't play pool like that though. Like, you're lying. You're a pool shark.
Oh man, yeah. I used to love playing pool. I guess. Well, when I was a kid, when I was 16 years old, I actually got into an adult pool tournament, and my dad, who taught me, and I got really good there in high school, like age 15, age 16. And I got so good that I was beating all the adults at the bar. Like, I was the only one they would allow in underage because they knew that I just went in there and minded my business. Just played pool. Like, I didn't care.
You were drinking alcohol-free beers there, Tiger.
No, I never. No, I never cared for that, and I never touched it. But they trusted me, so I was always allowed to go in there and shoot pool at all hours of the night. But I got so good, I was beating up on all the adults, and they allowed me to get into an adult tournament that they had, and I actually won the whole dang thing. And at 16,
seriously,
yeah, the whole dang thing. And they said that because I had won an adult sanctioned pool tournament, that qualified me to be a junior pro. And I thought, well, that's cool. But
well, Michael, there's a cue not to challenge him.
Well,
bet any money against him. 10,
15 years of rust at this point, so I don't know how I would play. It's been so long. But No, that's about the time I started taking more of an affinity to bowling. So that's where I channeled all my energy. But anyway,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I played
yeah, you were
darts, league
darts.
darts,
Nice.
which is also a difficult game to play.
Yeah.
I always compare it to golf. You start overthinking your swing, then boom, you play well one day, and the next no.
Yeah.
So it's difficult.
Yeah, yeah, Michael, that's that 15-minute candle I was pointing out earlier on the Aussie dollar that you were talking about. Like that's
Right.
more of the area I love from a technical aspect, but it's just unfortunate
Mm-hmm.
because I'm only getting, I think, a neutral score on it, if I remember right. But I like it. I mean, that's a sexy looking demand zone, if you ask me, just from a technical aspect. Aussie dollar,
Yeah, this
yeah, a -2 actually.
obviously is not supposed to do anything, but this is the setup for sure. Like
Yeah,
this is the next move in the pattern. Is that move off the 200? It has everything it needs to fly, like every aspect of it. So I would say the only thing that may hold it up is probably that news. It's like 2 hours, but other than that,
yeah,
I'm hoping
Yeah.
to be at break even by then.
yeah.
We're having
New
another Monday
Zealand,
today by the looks of things.
yeah.
Right.
Well, we start Tuesday when it's technically still Monday in some parts of the world. Yeah, New
Yeah.
Zealand dollar, it's pretty well the same thing. I mean, at
Oh,
that
so
level
this is
right
totally
there.
off topic, but I have to bring it up. Did you
Yeah.
guys see that they're about to start? Las Vegas has just opened up Uno. Like you can play Uno in Vegas now at the tables.
Oh no.
Really?
Really?
Uno?
Yes, Uno. Yeah,
Back to you. What does it swap? Reverse?
Are they running out of
Uno in Las
ideas?
Vegas. I have
Well,
no
there's a
idea.
saying, isn't there? We
Like
played a
that.
reverse Uno on you.
Yes, they had a lot of memes. They were saying, "Imagine your mortgage on the line and someone skips you." It was like, I'm like, "Are you serious, Uno?" I'm like, "Oh man, I definitely got to go back to Vegas now. I love that
Yeah.
game."
Yeah. Gosh, we used to play a lot of that. Uh, New Zealand dollar. I think I was looking at this one last week. It had a 5 score, but it had since moved to a 4, so just out of my trade plan. And sure enough, it hit that demand zone, and as you can see, it started popping. No, it's been moving quite slow, and it is giving me a 4. Um, so yeah, very similar to the pound dollar. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of bouncing between this supply and demand zone, so
Yeah.
that might be another one that could potentially give me a bullish score later after the report.
Hmm.
Um, but I think I would. Yeah, I don't really think I have a play on it though. Now that I look at it, I mean, I do have a nice 4-hour demand zone further down, but that's quite a ways. Quite a ways to go to get a bounce like this, something like that. But now that if I can get a bullish score on New Zealand dollar, this is one thing I do love. So obviously it hit that 1 hour zone and it's trying to start moving up. So, you know, when I see that zone holds and pushes price above some recent
Hmm.
highs, if that can flip, then this gives me all the confidence in the world to scale down into a smaller time frame, which in this case is that 15-minute zone.
Mm.
Now, the overhead resistance is obviously a little bit is in the way. If we're looking at that, that last green candle up before that spike down on good volume. So if price can somehow avoid touching that zone and we get a bullish score, then I would definitely be happy. You get a nice decline down for a buy and then sell it right before that overhead supply on the 15-minute time frame. But if it touches and goes into the zone before that report release, that's a no-go for me, for my trading rules. But
Right.
yeah, it's definitely flirting with it. It's literally only a couple pips away, so I won't hold my breath on that one touching. It probably will pretty soon. But I was just trying to, just pulling out my microscope because, again, pretty decent bounce off the daily or off the 1 hour time for demand zone candle. Just to go back in time here. Yeah, that last red candle down before the spike upwards right there. And
Let's see it. Yeah,
of course,
these markets got the elevator music playing today because we're going super slow.
Jeopardy music.
You can say that again. That's why I'm saying it's Monday all over again.
It's the Jeopardy music.
I was so excited with the FTSE getting into the area I want to trade, but then boom, sideways.
Well, let's see. What are stocks looking like? Go look at some Tesla. Apple. Yeah. Same thing. Those are a ways away. Oh my gosh. Mouse. I have to beat it up. It's like the toilet. You got to jiggle the handle. Google. Amazon. Boy, Tesla's just been crazy with all the declines. You can clearly see where the shareholders dislike certain things, certain time periods. Yeah. The guy I follow is real big into Tesla. Yeah. Real big into Tesla stock. And he's like, I just wish Elon would just pay 100% attention to his company. Anyway. 10-year bonds.
Yeah.
Currency futures.
Some people love or hate Elon. It's one of those weird things.
Yeah. Dude is so smart, though, for sure. Let's see what the VIX looks like. Yeah, see, VIX, it's still pretty low. So people are pretty complacent right now. I mean, prices are at all-time highs. Decline in volume, getting that divergence. Yeah, I think we talked about this last night, me and Paul, just how complacent it seems like the market's getting on some of these indices.
Oh, very.
But yeah, the VIX tells all. Dixie.
Oh dear, this is like watching paint dry at the moment.
Yep.
At least a little bit.
Boys,
sheesh.
I'm gonna go do the tang real quick, okay?
Yeah, do it.
The tings.
Have you had any movement yet there on your trade? Still hanging about?
No, both of these things are just absolutely sitting here. Like
maybe you can just switch to my screen and then we'll talk a few things through here.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Right, so crude oil had a retest after this break of that lower channel line. But yeah, sort of also just hanging around sideways on the body of the previous four candle. Well, obviously, been looking here at the FTSE. Price made it within that area or that zone of interest. Again, 4 hour fair value gap. It just hasn't moved lower yet. I think this is sort of at the last cigar sort of area where we have this lower median line, this blue one sloping to the upside. If it finds resistance there and then head down, then maybe. Hopefully, within time during the session, we can make it a little bit lower and actually get into this. However, we'll get a bit nervous the closer we get to those CPI numbers. Ideally, would have liked to be in this, but I mean, just look at 5 minutes here. It's been extremely choppy, right? So, yeah, got the idea, want to execute, and then the market's got other plans. Sometimes it moves fast, sometimes you got to wait. That's exactly what's happening right now.
Just
And I
like
think
them.
it's happening with all of us today here.
Yeah.
Nazi has been creeping upwards, but I mean, very slowly upward trajectory. Obviously, I would say also waiting for those CPI numbers. More volume that creeps in during the AM session, New York. So, going to be an interesting day. That's for sure in the afternoon
To
session, I
say the
believe, or
least.
the morning session. Yeah. Maybe let's
It's
just
almost
talk
like
a
you can
bit
almost
from
expect
an
some moves to
analyst.
happen in New York because they're sure not happening in London.
Exactly. So again, upside targets here on the Nazi. Obviously, depends which one gets reached first. And this is looking at an hour, 23,061 give or take to the downside. The centimeter line here. What would be nice during the, or let's say after the CPI numbers come out, and let's say it's positive for the end of season, but we get some sort of opposite reaction downwards, then you could probably do it as manipulation. And of course, this line slopes upwards as time goes by. So this level that I marked there, around about 22,904, also have to move upwards. But then that could potentially be a setup like this, right? It's all about watching price action, understanding especially those accumulation, manipulation, distribution type trades or
Mm-hmm.
occurrences in the markets. And then using some sort, I'm just using market geometry as potential targets. Again, we're at all-time highs in the indices, on the Nasdaq especially. So the sky's the limit, really. But
Mm-hmm.
also throwing the mix of complacency in the mix can get very dangerous and very fast. So watch out.
That is
See
right.
the FTSE look like it's going to move up. Nearly made contact with this median line. And just hanging about. It's the story of the day thus far, guys.
The
Right.
slow dry
Hurry up and
paint.
wait. Mm,
The grass
that's for
growing.
sure.
Watching the grass grow.
Yeah,
Got all these currency
yeah.
pairs and all these indices, and they just all going
So look
still.
at gold. Same thing. Expect gold to move quite a bit today as well.
Mm-hmm.
Again, potentially, if we see more upside towards this upper median line, assuming we might be dealing with an ABC. And remember, that might be the D wave of a triangle. Just to get everyone excited, maybe run these highs over here. We got a cluster of highs. Again, this is now if however you want to read into the news and if it comes out. But huge clusters of highs and stuff over there. Watch out. if we're going to see a strong pump into that area, maybe run those clusters of highs, we get a drop lower, that might mean that we completed this ABC to the upside. It's all about watching price action as well, right? I'm looking here at a 4-hour time frame. If price starts accelerating up to the upside, then clearly the ABC is off the table and something else is going on, right? Maybe that ascending triangle formation could be in play, still be a triangle, rather than where you got your upper end of the triangle being ascending, i.e. horizontal. Could be like this. I know a lot of traders will draw their starting line from here or from there. I just follow what a little bit analysis or electricians like to do. They typically draw a B wave. Anyway,
So interesting. This is just literally just
come
as good
on,
as it
you
can get.
little bugger.
It's picking on you on purpose. Those markets.
Yeah. I got to keep looking at my internet connection to make sure that the internet didn't go out. Like that's what it's looking like. It's just sitting here.
No, that's pretty accurate. The same
Don't
picture I'm
jinx
getting.
Yeah.
I mean, it is making those interesting curve-shaped candle wicks underneath, kind of curving back upwards, huh?
Oh, these, yeah, definitely. And if you look
it's
at
acting like it wants to turn. It's acting like it wants to turn north.
What this could be, again, just now on the smaller time frame, is a triangle B C wave. Now you're going to get a move lower. Just to confuse you a little bit more, whereas the B wave is actually a triangle. Yeah, that makes sense. Whoops. So let's see. No one can predict that though, but could be an A, triangle B, and that was your C maybe, and now we're coming down. Well, it's coming down for the time being, right? Just going to mess around here again. Back into that mess.
Yeah, it's definitely creating contraction boxes as far as my master pattern indicator is concerned. Like if I look at it on a 10-minute, I mean, that's typically where, I like to start seeing those expansion legs come out to the upside, to manipulate to the upside, manipulate to the downside, which is why I've got my alert set on that, still on that 15-minute demand zone within that 4 hour.
Gotcha.
But yeah, let's
maybe we can put our buying power together to short the market first. And manipulate things and then swing it back to the upside.
We don't want to cut him out. Actually, your stop loss is below. Oh, your stop loss is below what, 89.60 area somewhere. Yeah, Michael.
89.60
on AU.
Oh, you're talking about
on the FTSE?
Yeah, my stop loss on AU is like 65.40.
Oh, that's right. You're not in the FTSE. Neither one of you are, right?
No,
I'm in
well,
AU.
If I'm getting into the FTSE, Tiger, my stop loss will be here around 89.63, 89.62.
Yeah.
It's a bit wider than normal, but obviously reducing the lot size there. Still risking, I'm probably going to risk about 0.25%. And try to swing this to the upside.
Yeah.
Assuming that all of this is just some sort of a correction.
Yeah, because it's basically in your fair value gap if you look at the 1 hour time frame. Am I seeing that right?
Yeah. It's actually in a 4-hour
All right,
and a
give me
1
a
hour.
sec, guys. I'll take a quick
We'll,
break here. I'll be back.
yeah,
Okay,
sure thing. We'll hold
yeah, 4
fort.
hour, 4 hour,
So
2 hour,
that's
1
the
hour.
1 hour. So yeah, it's a little bit
Yeah.
narrower here on the 1 hour, but it's, I mean, around about the same area, right? So we got that 4 hour, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, very messy with all these lines. I do apologize, but it is what it is. I know what I'm looking at.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yep.
ideally just a little lower. Please, come on. Don't let this happen 5 minutes before the news event either.
Oh, starting to get some sunlight out. Just a little bit. Yep.
Birds
From a 10-minute.
chirping.
What's that?
Are the birds chirping outside already?
Oh, trees are a little too far away to hear the birds.
Oh.
So how far down are you wanting it to go before you get in? Oh, is that your limit order?
I don't have a limit order. I'm going to be
Oh, that's
very
just like
patient with
your.
this one. I want to see price hit this now. So it's a lower channel line for this move to the
Mm-hmm.
downside. We have that upward sloping. I'll be tracking this bullish move or bounce. Now,
Mm-hmm.
there where they sort of intersect or get very close to. That's where I would like to execute. However, I mean, drill down to 15, 10, or 5 minutes. Maybe if you want to be a bit more aggressive, go for 5 minutes. See if you can get a
Yeah.
connection, bit of a bounce,
Nice.
maybe a change of character, bullish engulfing candles, all those goodies all
Mm-hmm.
indicate that at least the area is being respected. Ideally, if you really want to play it a bit more conservative, wait for. Let me just get rid of this drawing before it drives me nuts. Gets, let's say, something like this, and then move in there, then price bounces upwards, change of
Mm-hmm.
character or a break of previous structure. Fair value gap forms to confirm that bullish move, like an acceleration upwards. Then I would say that's a bit more of a safer entry or an A plus entry, maybe. But you don't always get them, right? So for the time being, I'm not too concerned jumping just straight into this. I'm waiting for that area, assuming that price is still drawn towards it. And if it connects and it bounces, then I'll react. If it doesn't, then it's coming to your area, Tiger.
C'est la vie. Yeah.
C'est la
Yeah,
vie.
that's true.
Then
Yeah, because I
we
got.
reload and look lower. But that does look like it wants to come down now. Yeah.
Yep.
Be interesting to see live here what happens if we can hit that area. Hopefully soon.
Well, hopefully. We just want one in play. Just one.
At least I think Michael's still in play there, right?
Yeah, he's Aussie dollar. Let's
Aussie
check
dollar.
Aussie dollar. Yeah, is it still going straight sideways? So when I look at his trade on a
995.
I look at
There we
his
go.
trade on a
It's gonna
15-minute. Oh, there we go. Come on down.
Come on.
You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. When I worked in a warehouse for American Eagle Outfitters clothing distribution, we used to watch that every morning at 9 o'clock in the break room. They always had Price is Right on.
Look at that. We're going to get a fast move into that area.
Hey, come on down, UK.
The alert just went off.
I heard it.
Yeah.
Well,
Come on.
I'm gonna.
How low can you go? See how cool it is that price eventually, if you have the patience, love to go to these lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is why they make say such good targets and act as support and resistance as well. But again, I'll reiterate this over and over again. You don't just go place limit orders and stuff there.
Yeah.
If you want to enter,
I can't.
yes, maybe you want to place a target there. If I let's say got long here, place a target as price, you can actually move it dynamically as time passes because the line's moving upwards. Apply that or
Yeah.
slightly below your market geometry lines, then for sure that actually works really well. But entry, no, you got to wait.
I can't remember the last time I placed a limit order. Now I'll do buy stop orders after prices
Mm,
went into a demand
mm,
zone, but getting that momentum afterwards. Now that's after,
mm,
of course, a
mm.
bullish candle or something,
Yeah,
bullish engulfing, but or a sell stop if I'm shorting out of a supply zone. But yeah, as far
yeah.
as just straight up limit orders, yeah, I don't do them anymore.
I don't even mind using market orders, to be honest with you. So you're dealing with a spread on the CFD side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you place a limit order, it doesn't get hit, or you get worse possession. Well, you get the
Yeah,
same price that you want, but price got to travel just that extra bit more. So if you see what you see and you're dealing with a market that typically moves fast, like the indices quite often do, then I suppose the pound and the dollar as well can be quite volatile. You just want to get into it.
yeah, yeah. Like
Pull
if
the trigger.
it's if it's going into the zone pretty deep, then that's where I'll use the buy stop or the sell stop. But
Gotcha.
yeah, if it's just barely tapping my zone and it's making that bullish engulfing right away, then it's a market order all the
Yeah.
way at that point. It just kind of
Uh-huh.
depends on how aggressive it is about entering the zone for me. Yeah, it's coming down nicely, isn't it?
Mm.
89.91.
Just a little bit more, little bit more.
Yeah, because see, the way I see it is that's the manipulation starting, right? Because you had that straight
Yeah.
sideways action. That's the contraction box. So this looks to be expansion leg number one when we're looking at the master pattern. And we never know how many expansion legs we're going to get. Sometimes it's just one or two. I've
Yeah.
seen 8, 9, 10 expansion legs before, but each expansion leg will
Mm-hmm.
typically, on a lot of them, will just go a little higher and a little lower than the previous. Just kind of fans outward before it
Yeah. I
finally.
mean, I wish it
Before
was
the,
easy to say, but it's just that's trading for you, right?
yeah, yeah, it's getting down there. So you'll either get in or I'll get in. You'll probably get in. It'll probably pass on me. I'll miss my opportunity, but I'll be okay because I didn't break my rules.
Oh yeah. Look, I just want a
There's
little bit more. Give me a bit more. Give me a bit more.
yeah, just a little bit more. Um,
We're right below the mid mark of this fair value gap on the 4 hour, which is still good for me. Obviously, the closer it gets to this area down here, around 8984, the more likely is it's going to break, right?
mm,
And he's been in it for quite some time.
little patience. Yeah. Can't wait to throw this mouse in the pond. Yeah, the last couple of mouses I've had were wireless, so I'm definitely getting a cable one with a cord this time.
I think the mouse I've got is as old as my PC, which is rather old. I've upgraded the PC and the motherboard graphics and all that stuff quite a few times. But mouse, no.
The mouse, last one I just got rid of, it lasted me at least a decade, and it was wireless.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, but for
Really?
whatever reason, for whatever reason, this one wants to peter out a little early, but that's fine.
Yeah, just have a
I'll only
spared
pay
wire one around. If your wireless completely goes and something happens,
Yeah,
you need a backup.
I'm seeing that. Well, yeah, that's the thing. I used to have a backup, but I gave it to my nephew, or to my nephew's son, rather. Not thinking I would ever need a
The
backup,
kiddos.
but until I do. A little patience. Yeah. Yep.
Looks like I didn't miss anything.
No, I'm just over here
Getting very close to.
Yeah, his footsy's close.
Let's see it. I'm gonna put a foot in there.
The footsie is playing footsies with me.
It's still a few more points away from playing footsie with me, so it's just I'm jealous because it's just playing footsie with Richard at the moment. Yeah, 89.74 is my point of interest, but his point is what, 89.91 ish. So we'll see who gets lucky.
Yep.
No pun intended on that.
I don't mind much. Don't really like UK birds so much.
Oh man.
Well, just say not my type. Without trying
Right.
to offend anyone.
Yeah, 1 minute. It's getting a little bit of a pullback, of course.
Yeah, I'll probably know if this is going to work out. We got, next candle just opened. Are we going to see a final touchdown? Are we going to see it move even lower towards your area? We'll see.
All right.
Hopefully, we'll see in the next 5 minutes. We've been waiting terribly long for this.
Yeah.
Or I have at least.
Poor Michael, his stuff's just going straight sideways too.
Yep. However, this GJ setup is about to confirm. It looks like we got 4 minutes on it.
All right.
I'm gonna do the same exact thing with this one too. Where's GJ at?
Do you want to share your screen quick?
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
I'll
if
take
I
it
can
back
get my
when,
screen shared, that'll be awesome.
When I decide to go. I think I talked about the setup 2,000 times now, so now it's just about executing.
All right, sweet. So yeah, this is about to do it. Unless it's not in the next few minutes here. All right, don't do that. So as I was saying an hour ago, I want this to close above these two candles, which this might do. Right? I don't want it to look like this though. I would prefer it to close at the top of this candle. And then I want it to pull back slightly. So we'll see how this looks.
Right.
Unlock this. Yeah, let's put you around here somewhere. But don't do nothing crazy now. Just stay where you at. Stay up there. Because I don't want it to come all the way down. I don't want it to close awkwardly. Okay, so yeah, it still makes sense. Cool. If we can get a close above this, this will be nice, gentlemen. We'll have a nice
Cool, cool,
little.
cool.
Oh, that's a 65 pip stop. Okay, not too bad. Let's see
Will
the
that be in
stops
3
here
minutes?
around.
Top of the hour, you'll know.
Stops around 98.10. Guess I should just do a new share and share my whole screen here. All right, so 98.10. And we'll put half of this position on here. Because again, I want that pullback.
Oh, shit.
Come on, come on. All right, cool. All right, so this look like this might go ahead and do it. Just close. You can close right there. I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
98.10. Yeah, we can get this to close above these. This will look really good. Yeah, nice risk and a nice dollar for $1.25. It's fine by me. Let's get this. Let's get this. Come on, don't close funny looking now. I need it to still close more at the top than the bottom.
without the wick, huh?
Yeah, like see the way it's doing this? This is what I don't like. I want it to close above this wick over here.
That looks
I'm about to pass on
identical to
this.
what it looks identical to what you were telling the previous one not to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this for now. I don't like that. I would have preferred this to close higher at the top of the candle, not like
Yeah.
midway like that. Dang it, I hate when this happens. It puts me in this weird situation like like
That is the way the cookie crumbles. Let's see. Did
right.
we get any news out of that?
Oh man.
German.
Let's drill down to the 15 minutes, see what this looks like. Not much more of a story to be told here. Looks kind of the same. And this is so close.
So, well, it looks like the Euro German zoo economic sentiment came out pretty hot. So that's more of a medium impact report. The previous was 47.5. They forecasted
Yeah.
50.8, but it was an actual of 52.7. So I think they use 50 as their baseline too, I think, on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So that ought to, even though it's a medium
All right, I'm
impact,
gonna take this.
that helps the euro a
All
little.
right, I'm gonna go ahead and take it. I'm still gonna take it for half though, because I really want to pull back to occur. So I'll take this for the half. I don't want to not take it. It's like right there.
Get that skin in the game. Skin in the game.
14.
Well, actually,
Okay.
the Zulu.
I'll take it right here. All right. Okay, stop loss only.
What's that on the pound yen?
Wait, what just happened here? Hold on a second. My stop loss is at 98.10.
That's Aussie dollar there. $198. Oh, I think.
Are you serious right now? What in the
Yeah,
world just happened?
198.10. Looks like.
All right, so I'm gonna close this because this is not right. Luckily, it's up. I'm closing this. What in the world?
Did you fat finger the stop loss?
Yeah, I don't know what just happened. So look, that was a
grab your little
online
fingers.
camera mistake, right? So check this out. Anything happens, if you make a mistake like that, you have to get out immediately. Don't even chance that it going the right
All
way.
right.
You have to get out.
Close and try again.
Yeah, you have to. All right, what in the world? Okay, so this is at 98.10.
198.10, yeah.
Yeah, on GJ. So 98.10.
Well, it's putting another zero there for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah, 0.0.
There we go.
All right.
That looks right.
Do it this way. All right, it's much closer. All right. Because we made 2 cups of coffee on accident. All right, here we go. 98.10. Okay. Now that's more like it. All right. Got me in at 80, basically. Okay. Then let's go back and put this TP on here. TP is all the way up here at 199.60. 199.60.
TP smash.
60. Okay, cool. I like it. The first thing you're supposed to do in a tizzy, when you're in a tizzy like that, is not panic. That'll make you make more mistakes.
Yeah.
Like, hold on a second. And I used to ask myself when I make mistakes, I'm like, do I just hold on to it now? No, you don't. You get out of it.
Right.
You get out of it
because that's the
immediately.
same as breaking your rules, right?
It's the exact same. Yeah, it's the exact same. And if something goes wrong, you're like, oh, I wasn't supposed to put that much on anyway. Well, you knew that. You should have got out of the trade immediately.
The worst is when you fat. The worst is when you fat
So
finger
you're
the stop
long
loss.
0.27 pound yen, right?
Yes. Yes. That's correct.
Nice stuff. Right, we can switch to my screen quick. You still busy there, Michael? Are you happy?
No, go right ahead. I'm all done. I just want to get that out.
Gotcha.
Chat. I don't have that one on the list.
Right, just quickly thinking about getting in a trade here. Not 100% just there, but just trying to prepare the order. So we got like 89.60, which is below that area. It's pretty far away, but anyway, I did hide my risk reward meter, so maybe that will give me a little bit of guidance. Come on. Where's that gone? Let's just get rid of that for a second. Long position. There we go. Right, just to reiterate, I'm not in a trade here just yet, right? I am preparing though. I've been preparing for the last 3 hours. But we got a 5-minute fair value gap. Price nearly made contact with that median line. Maybe it'll do so now. But if we can break that fair value gap, it will become inverted fair value gap. In my mind, it's a pretty decent sign of a bit more bullishness stepping in. So I think if we can get a close on a 5-minute candle above that fair value gap, I'm all over this. Right, so we nearly had that happen. But also keep in mind we got the center line of this channel, which reacted or happened to act as resistance quite a few times. Boop, 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 boop. Now we add it again. Right, so a bit of confluence in that fair value gap. So rather than just executing, I want to see a break close above this bullish fair value gap or bearish fair value gap, close above it, and then I'm going to pretty much hit a market order, I would say. It's still within that area I want to trade. Stop's pretty wide. We just got a new candle that opened. Again, this could just be a little zigzag and then a continuation lower. So let's see. Yeah, right. So we still got. How are we doing on time there anyway? Still another hour, right? Yeah. Hopefully we get some time to execute this today.
Yeah, I'm looking at.
Looks like we'll have to adopt Michael's strategies with all these multiple positions or trading opportunities he's been getting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Trust me, I go through streaks. Some days it's like no trades for 2-3 days in a row. Some days I get 2 or 3 in a day. I just take what they give. That's about it. That's all I can do.
That happens, right?
Yep.
Look at that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful test of that area. Looking at a 15-minute, hit the center channel line again. The lower this goes for me, the better.
Me too. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on Euro Jap as well. The twin brother of your pound Jap there, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of an eye.
Yeah, it looks like this AUD USD trade is starting to pull back a little bit. I might not take that second position. We'll see. It's getting a little close to that news, so we'll see.
Gotcha. Yeah, let's see. Cheapest. Yesterday got into a trade relatively quickly. Now it's all about waiting.
Waiting is the hardest part. Yep. UK and Euro Japanese. Whichever one wants to come down to my zone, I shall take. But I'm the same. I'll often go days without a trade and then have 3 or 4 in a day. Just never know.
Yeah, it's literally no
Mm.
telling, right? Like, and
No,
that's
you
the
can't
part of the
tell at
market
all.
maker's job.
ABC.
Yeah, they can't tell you,
Now
oh,
we look
we're gonna
at
give you
that.
trades on Monday and Wednesdays because you would show up every Monday and Wednesday. That's just
Yep.
how it will happen.
Yeah.
They got to do their best to confuse you. I'm gonna give you a trade on
They want.
Sunday night, Monday
Yep.
morning, Friday night.
Hmm.
Like the market's closed on Friday. I'm gonna still give you a trade Friday night. It's up to
They
you
want you
to
spending
take them.
money every day.
Yeah.
I'll have to trade the
They are
cryptos for that.
masters. Yep. They are masters at the manipulation. I say all the time, I'm like, these are the only people in the world that can rob you. You don't know who's robbing you. You're the one robbing yourself. It's almost like you're just giving them the money and you're clicking the mouse. Like, what type of robbery is that? They're so
That
good
is
that they
right.
can manipulate a chart and make you click the mouse. Like that's a next level skill right there.
Mm,
Oh, looks like the
Oh
sun is
dear,
finally
no,
coming up
nothing's happening.
over here.
well,
Have you got anything to show us there on your side, Tiger?
yeah, I'm just now
I was
seeing.
getting super amped to get into this trade, and then this happens.
Yep. Um. Yeah, pound Swiss has kind of jumped into one of my zones. I just realized.
Mm.
And let me see if I have a trigger candle on it. Yeah, if you want to flip on over to my chart. Yeah, there we go. So pound Swiss is one of my stronger bearish bias. It's actually my second strongest bearish one at -9. So just taking a look at it. Let's take a, yeah. So this is that one that curled up and over to the downside on a daily. It's one I made that small profit on last week. Going down though, of course my mouse wants to fool with me again. Going down to the 15-minute. Kind of jumped into this supply zone here. Had several red candles coming out, although it didn't really move a ton of space, a ton of distance, but it did manage to eventually break this low point here. So let's just take a look. 15 minutes. Now we did have a nice wick away on this candle here, but then the next candle didn't break it. This candle did well. That's pretty much even. So we still didn't really get a breakaway from that area on a 15-minute anyway. Let's see what a 5-minute looks like. Okay, so look, we actually had a 5-minute bearish engulfing, right?
Yeah.
On this candle right here.
Hmm.
Now, we got a couple pretty nice wicks here. That might be a good spot to just take a trade. I mean, I got my bearish engulfing. So we're just going to go ahead and put a small position on this one.
It looks like a hammer
Yeah,
as
if I
well.
can get my mouse working again here. All right, so let's go ahead. Um, we'll just go ahead and set this puppy up real quick before it runs off and leaves me. We're going to sell. Now, I think what I would like to see. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So on my RSI, looks like it's thinking about rolling over, huh? We'll just we'll just keep this one a small one. Come on, mouse, don't fail me now. We're just going to put a small one on here.
Mm-hmm.
But I prefer, because I didn't see it initially, and it's just been kind of chilling within that 5 pip range. I don't know. I feel like I'd be a little more comfortable getting a little bit of a break downward, so like a momentum out of that. So putting in a sell limit right here at the 1.0708 level. 10708. Do a stop loss, a few pips above. We'll do 1.0722. And then we will target maybe just something like this. So that would be about 1.069. But yeah, I would prefer to see a little bit of a breakdown of that area, personally. So we'll just go ahead and hit a sell limit, and I'll treat this as a momentum order if and when it comes out of that zone. If it doesn't come out within the next hour, then that's probably one I'll just go ahead and order rejected. What? Why did it reject my order? What did I do wrong here? Stop. Sell stop, Tiger. I hit sell limit. Oh my gosh. Come on, mouse. Sell stop.
Mouse is giving you the blues today, Tiger.
I'll tell you. All right, let's put my info back in. Oh my God, it won't stop. It just won't stop. 1.0722. Just use my dang pad. All right, let's do the take profit again. 1.069. Just a quick trade, right? All right, sell stop. So pretty close, pretty much a 1-to-1. Kind of like yours, Michael. Let's see how that rolls.
Yeah, minimal.
I mean, if that were high, I mean, if that was a wider supply zone, I'd feel a little more comfortable about just hitting a market order up there. But I just want to see, I want to see how strong that zone really is. The one thing I really kind of dislike about the zone is how when it left the zone, it didn't immediately go and break this area. It just kind of dilly-dallied sideways before breaking. It was, so it's more a drop-based drop, right? If that would have just went through like a hot knife, like through butter, then I would have felt a little more comfortable about just a little bit of a market order. But I just want it to prove itself because of that little deformed hip it's got there, if you will. It's just walking a little crooked.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
say
gonna
the
need to
same
see
thing
some.
about some setups. It's like a head, shoulders, a shoulder, head, shoulder. Or like it's leaning like Quasimodo a little bit. Like it's not.
I mean, the zone has definitely kind of stopped it in its tracks. Let me just take a look. I want to look at it on the. So let me do this. Pounds. What in the world did I do? Elsewhere.
Yeah, we got our CPI numbers and slightly over an hour as well. And again, the FTSE is also just messing around here.
See, this is what I was wanting to look at. Um, um, where is my stuff at? Oh, there it is. Okay, pound Swiss. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. We're just going to take a little stab at it. I was just wanting to see what the RSI was looking like there. Pain in the butt. What's the NASI at? Or not the NASI, the UK. Is that getting anywhere? Any more movement on
It's
it?
not, no.
No. It's just
Nope.
chillaxing sideways.
Mm-hmm.
Gave us that. We gave us
The
that. It
fireworks are
gave
going to
us that.
start in an hour's time. That's what's going to
Yep,
happen.
that initial excitement it gave us, and then it said, "No, I'm gonna take another nap." Yep, that red candle got us. But yeah, it just
Right,
needs
can
to
I share
come
my
down.
screen quick?
Yes, go right ahead.
Right, so probably have to start making peace or consider that 4 hour fair value gap might not hold, which is this purple area over here. Maybe I should just make it white so you can actually see what's going on there. Right. And I know, Tiger, you're also looking lower down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just this inability for price to actually, get going to the upside, slowly grinding lower, starting to favor price moving lower, right? Or lower areas to trade this. If we break this upward sloping median line to the downside, we still have the red warning lines down here, still have that channel sloping downwards, right? I need to actually update that a little bit to there. And you can see how beautifully it's been following it or acting as support, right? On the way down. If we need to just roughly project where price could move towards at least 8983, maybe even lower, 8974. Would be way better area to go long. And on your side, Tiger, on your CFD side on platform, execution platform, you're mentioning that you've got a supply zone over there?
On the UK, yeah, on the 15-minute at the 89.74 level.
89.74. Let's clean up this mess a little bit here.
Now let's make sure that's
So that's
staying.
89.74, right about where we got this crossover here.
That that last red candle going down before all those green candles. Yep.
These lots here, this one.
It'd be the last red candle before that, 10 green candles going up. It'd be the next one over. It'd be
this one.
Yeah. Because then you got 10 green candles coming out of it. Yep.
Yeah.
And then on my other broker, all that congestion to your left is basically a 4-hour candle. It just doesn't show as a 4-hour candle when you look at it on GUI trades, but it does on other platforms.
So something like this would look even better, and it probably might only happen after our session. Something like this. Boom.
Yep.
Right.
That's what I'm looking at right there. Yep. That's the one I like.
So yeah, to keep an eye up on this till after the session. If we don't get there sooner, then I'm not gonna go and touch this. Last thing I want to do is get long at this area, sit through a drawdown. And stress you out, make you wonder if you're right or not. That looks about 8:30.
Yep.
Which is when we have the news, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. 8:30 Eastern. That is it. Well, that's right there at that intersection, isn't it? Pretty close. The zone just barely under the.
Very close.
Yeah, the little X, where X marks the spot.
Right, still an hour to go for the CPI numbers.
Yep.
Other than that, guys, I mean, looking at the NASDAQ, it's just also not much happening. I mean, it isn't an uptrend, but for the past 2-3 hours, it's just been running sideways. Right?
Yeah. I mean, the only interest I have on NASI is if it comes down to the 22.60 level.
Gold's also been hanging around doing nothing. Crude oil, I would like higher up. Yeah. Come on, Tootsie.
It's the hardest part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, as I mentioned, that we get a bit of manipulation into 8:30 and then a move out of there. Might be wrong.
Well, as much as we've been talking about it, it's got to be spoken into existence.
Yeah.
It's just a gotta.
Let's just get rid of it for the time being.
Yeah, my Euro Jap idea looks like it's running away from where I wanted to buy. Although if it breaks this recent high, it might make it a little more attractive. A little bit more. $58 minutes to inflation.
Yeah, this AUD USD trade is nuts.
Price has been running this median line really nicely here, so I'm probably going to reduce my risk on this even further and just take a stab at this. We're still in at 4-hour zone. It's not been broken. Get at least half of the position I've been wanting to get on. So that'll be 1.2. Stop loss was at 89.60, right? 62 it was. Again, small position. I'll go in half. If we do get that decline later on, and I'm actually here to see it, into that zone and some reaction, then I'll just go in another position. That'll obviously average out the entry a little bit better.
Nice, nice.
A little bit of reject at the moment.
Let's see. Any news coming out lately? See what Yahoo Finance has.
Yeah, this AUD USD
Right,
trade.
I'm going to execute a position here. I'm going to go long one UK 100 1.2 lots. Let's do it.
Nice.
Okay, obviously we got a little bit of not slippage, but the spread to contend with there. Again, when we come down even lower, I'll be happy to execute the other half. Right, so that's right at that 9,000 level. Not the best fall ever in the world, but yeah.
Well, let's get it. On up. Go on up. Dollar, US dollar, edges lower ahead of CPI. According to FX Street.
Yep, that's what my USD, AUD USD trade is slowly coming on back. I don't think I'm going to take this second position on it. I'm going to leave it alone. We're too close to news.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I do have that sell stop order on, but if it doesn't trigger here in the next 2 seconds, then we got an hour. I might leave it open for another 10 minutes, but I will not feel comfortable keeping that open during the news. What? Let's see here. Where did that go?
Right, let's see what happens. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty wide stop. Like I said, it's not nice actually seeing through a bit of a drawdown there, but just in case price makes its way up here, at least in with the half, and target will be, let me just get my risk reward meter out. Actually, let me just get rid of most of these drawings here so you can see what on earth is going on.
You use the GUI trade platform pretty well, Rich.
I've been making lots of videos on these platforms. Here we go. Should be a lot of that, but the base full. There we go. Just place a target there. And let it be.
Maybe.
Obviously, the concern is we're still going to do this. But, you know, this is why I positioned the stop loss slightly below the red warning line here. Because if it's going to go break out of that, then oops, we're obviously wrong about things, right?
Where did my trade go? There it is.
Let's see. Right, that's my setup. That's my trade. I'm going to look at some
Yeah.
numbers here. Where can this all go wrong? I'll just leave that there for now. Might actually go even as low as this. Look at this huge fair value gap we got here. It's probably on the 4 hour. At that stage, I'll be obviously stopped out of this. Right there.
A nice looking one.
Yeah, so, if wrong about this, then there's another area of interest tomorrow. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that one looks just as good, but a little lower on the curve for
Lower
you.
the better if you want to be bullish, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you got the 89.20 area, which is the low. Yeah, that's the green part of the Hungarian flag.
There you go.
My
It
my
sure
best
is.
friend, the Hungarian flag. Through.
All right. All right.
If it goes down to that area, then yeah, there's a nice looking 2 hour demand zone I like.
Mm.
Pretty much at the 89.37 area. But I'm still going to take a stab if and when it comes down to
Oh, yeah.
that 89.70 level. Got to take a small one there because that's 50%. I mean, it's a perfect 50% hit pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna cancel out of the pound Swiss sell stop order I got because it's starting to chew deeper into the zone. It's just been going sideways.
How's it going up? You want to share your screen?
Yeah, sure. Yes, go ahead and share it.
Cool.
But mainly because that news is only 50 minutes out. As soon as that pops on over.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a sell stop order, but it's pound Swiss. I mean, I wouldn't think that would be too affected.
Mm.
But it's not worth
Common
taking
sense
a
also
risk.
tells me to if price is close to my entry, maybe just get out before the news event, reassess things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hate
that's why I'm wary.
trading news.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm
Now I
in a
will say I'm
profitable,
glad that it's early news. Like 8:30 news is fine. I don't like late
Yeah.
news because for me, I
yeah,
want that
Yeah,
nine
that's
o'clock
the
candle.
worst.
The Easter,
Mm.
yeah, that 9 o'clock candle. I want to confirm. Like, because for
Mm.
me, that either puts price on the right or the wrong side of the 13 EMA. So I don't
Gotcha.
mind 8:30 news. I just don't want to be in the trade while it's happening, right? Like I want to jump in after it's passed.
Mm.
Um,
yeah.
so I'm still trying to figure out
Back
what I'm going to do with this AUD USD trade. I'm down slightly on it. I might just close it and move my stop to break even on this GBP JPY trade and kind of just let the news
mm-hmm.
pass from there.
Yeah.
No. Back in. Can we get my chart up real quick? Thanks. Thank you.
Right, guys, just give me 2 minutes. I'm just going to go to the bathroom quick.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds
Pop
good.
out.
I'm getting my chart up here. Yeah, it's pretty well been touching this supply zone since. Oh well,
I'm
4:45.
saying
So
go ahead
2
and
hours.
reshare your Zoom here, Tiger.
Yeah, that's what I asked. Let's see if they get it up for us. But yeah, this when I use a zone, I want it to bounce immediately. I don't want it to dilly dally in it sideways forever. Especially on the smaller time frames.
Right. Say that
Back
I
end, are we
definitely
there?
don't want.
We're getting my chart up. Maybe. Here's my chart. There is my.
Yeah, go ahead and check the chat, Tiger.
I'm trying to find my chat.
Need you to reshare your
Oh,
Zoom
is that what I
screen.
need to do?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm trying to find my. I
What's
tell you, we use so many programs. It's hard to keep track of everything.
what's happening?
I'm trying to get my chart, but
Are
apparently I
you
have to
fat
reshare it.
fingering things too?
Well, I guess sure.
Uh,
Oh, it took away my ability to share. So okay, I just had to reshare my screen. Apparently, must have fat fingered it. Well, it's because of all this smacking around I've been doing of my mouse
It's that mouse's
it's just
fault. It
it
started
is
all of
because
this.
I keep jiggling the handle to get it to work, and then I think I unshared my. But yeah, looking at the pound Swiss idea, I mean, I put that on after it was already in there for about an hour, but it's went another hour with this sell stop idea. But yeah, at this point, it's been touching it for 2 hours, and it's just chewing through it, and it's not going anywhere. So that tells me it's not that good of a zone. I didn't think it was going to be the greatest one, especially because of that bow-legged drop out of there. I mean, it
Gotcha.
was nice that it broke in the previous low, but yeah, with 45 minutes from now being that inflation data, I don't really see it going anywhere.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just gonna ixnay this idea. We'll get out of that, and then I'll just be safe going into the news event.
Yeah.
But it did hurt.
100%. Hopefully
No
something sets
stress.
up at 9, if anything, after the fact.
Yeah.
That'll make a lot more sense.
Okay,
I
so
was actually looking at one of the interviews that I listened to. This guy used to own. I guess he like gives like tips on like how to pass prop firms, whatever the case may be. But one of them that I noticed that was pretty interesting was he mentioned that a lot of traders, two main mistakes that they make. One is they always use the same lot size. So like no matter what their stop loss is, they use the same exact lot size, which is obviously not smart because if you got a larger stop, you're gonna end up losing more versus, a set percentage. Like, so let's say you're risking 1% of your
Yeah.
account divided by your stop loss, and then that's your,
right.
your lot size. That makes much more sense. So apparently a lot of traders are messing up on that part. But the other thing was that a lot of them breached their account during high impact news. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
we're right in line with talking about, you know, even if you don't blow or breach the account, it's just one of those things where the chances of you breaching it is much higher during news. Right? We're talking about
For sure.
millions of traders trades. So when I
Well,
heard that, I'm like, yep, that just reinforces what I've always thought, right? Like you cannot be in trades or do anything crazy during that because it's unpredictable.
well, there's endless YouTube videos out there if anybody wants some quality entertainment. Just go watch. Just go type in something like "blowing accounts live" or something like that. There's
Yep.
endless
Yep.
compilation videos of people maxing out their lots or whatever, and they just go into the negative real quick because they took the wrong side
But
of a
guys,
whatever.
I just want to quickly share my screen, please. I'm going to get out of this
Oh yeah,
trade. It's not going in my way. It's nothing bad at the moment. It's just down a few dollars. Not getting that follow through, but also that's to be expected, right? I think the main move is going to happen after that news event comes out. So I'm pulling this trade, getting out. I'm going to take a small hit on there, but I mean, really, it's nothing much. Closing position, and I'm out.
well
It's
you got
going to be safer, less stressful, just waiting for the news event.
no.
If we
Yep.
now had obviously the opposite bar moving to the upside here, or the candle with a nice strong move up, then yeah, it would have been nice. But price is proving me otherwise. Rather than taking a full loss here, I'm just taking a very small loss and moving on.
Well, you just gave back the 2 cups of coffee that you got.
Yeah, 2 cups of coffee.
That's it. So you're back to even.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so quick in,
What's
quick out. Not comfortable. I don't want to see that decline. It might move up from here now. I don't care. It's more about my
right?
Right.
my spiritual well-being than trying
Yeah.
to stress about what's going to
100%.
happen when news comes out. I used to trade news events thinking, my goodness, you're going to make so much money out of this trying to, guess which direction the market's going to go in. And I must say, for a short while there, maybe 2, 3 trades done really well. It's like, wow, that's so cool, man. I can make $100, $200 a day, no problem. Until
Mhm.
that day comes where you've built a little bag and then it all gets ripped from you. Boom.
Yep. Yep. That's the name of the game.
Mm-hmm.
They give just to
Yeah.
take away from you. It's the smartest thing on their
Yeah.
behalf. It's ingenious.
Yep.
Yeah, and also sometimes if you get a gut feel as well, it's like, okay, not with the news now, but yeah, with this trade, it's like, I don't feel comfortable about it anymore. Again, if it moved up from here, then yes, it'll be more chilled. But looking at what price action's doing, get out, Richard. So there I am, out.
Yeah. That's the
How are we
painful
doing on
part is when
time
it
there?
just
Still
goes sideways.
25 minutes.
25. Yeah, let's see. Just looking ahead. Tomorrow at 1 a.m., we do have the pound CPI at 1 a.m. Well, I should say, 2 hours before our stream. But it's projected to be neutral. 3.4 previous, 3.4%, 3.4% forecast. So maybe we'll have a little more volatility on tomorrow's session if we get a hot or a cold reading out of that one. But then, then we
Hot or
got more
cold?
dollar PPI at 7:30 tomorrow. But yeah, there's a lot of people in the world that are sitting on their hands just like we are. They're like, okay, Canada, U.S. dollar CPI. That's it.
Yeah, I'm about to just give this the next 8 minutes. See what happens in the next 8 minutes. I'll probably go ahead and either close both of these or close AUD USD and move my stops to break even on GJ. I'll see which
Gotcha.
exact one here in a moment.
Mm-hmm. Got a little bit more of a push down on FTSE, but yeah, it's going to flirt for a little while. DAX, still getting a bullish reading on DAX too, but I need it to come down to about the 23,850 level for me to be interested in it. So NASDAQ, Dow, and the DAX in the UK. Those are the indices I'm interested in. And I think that's it outside of my currencies. Yeah, Dow, DAX, UK. Dow, DAX.
Oh, I'm gonna give this a few more minutes. We got 7 minutes on it. I'll just relax for a little bit. I want to see the candle close at least. See what how they kind of actually close. Man, I actually really don't like having to close trades because news is coming. It's annoying.
No, but you know how it's
Right.
going to go, right? I should have done this. I should have done that.
Yeah, yeah.
Coulda, shoulda,
Because what
woulda.
happens is if you don't do it and then you lose, you're like, man, I knew I
Yeah.
should have closed those trades. That's what'll happen.
Yeah. I really want to kick yourself.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
There's always the secret part of us that wants to hit that home run, even though we should be going for the safe.
It's true. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have these like memes. You guys probably seen them before, but it's Kermit the Frog, and it's like the bad Kermit the Frog and like the good Kermit the Frog. And the bad Kermit the Frog has on like this hood, right? And he's like, you can't see his face really, but you know it's Kermit the Frog. And then like it'll say the pro trader in me, right? And it's the good Kermit the Frog, and it'll say something like, go ahead and close the trades coming up. And then it's the bad Kermit the Frog, and he'll say, no, hold those trades through news. You're gonna be a millionaire. It's like, yeah, they like play on both the
Yeah.
sides. I'm like, this is hilarious. Like the good angel on one shoulder, bad angel on the other shoulder type of thing. They were all so like entertaining.
Yeah.
Well, gold made its way back onto my bullish signals.
Oop, what am I doing there?
So I like that. I'll keep an eye on it. I still think I need a retracement. Yeah. Gold's kind of in no man's land at the moment. 15. Yeah, really skinny 15-minute demand zone. A little lower, 33.35. Actually, I got a pretty nice 15-minute demand zone for gold. It's like around 33.50 level.
Mm-hmm.
Wrap me a rectangle around it. Okay, so let me think logically this. I need, for me to buy gold, I need.
You want to share your chart?
Sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and share mine.
Please do. Please do. I'm just annotating the charts.
Yeah, so looking at gold over here. This is probably the most perfect example of the master pattern in effect. So you get a former uptrend. We're looking at on a 5-minute time frame. So we're looking at a small time frame, but this is the same with all time frames. So trend up, and then you start getting the distribution cycle. Now, the master pattern indicator recognizes this area as contraction box. So talking about those expansion legs, we had an expansion, expansion down, expansion up, and each time it expanded, it went past the previous lows and previous highs. So for me to utilize these expansion lines, obviously I want it to come down and hit a demand zone. So just flipping back. Flipping back to my 15-minute time frame.
All right, I'm about to go ahead and close these. I'm gonna go ahead and close these trades. We had pretty much the time.
Cool.
If you don't mind, Tiger, let me share my screen really quick.
Yeah.
Just want to get out of these two. I don't want any issues with this. Go ahead and share my screen here. So yeah, we're down about $10. Richard, looked like me and you are pretty much at the at the same thing today.
I beat you. Minus $12.
I beat you.
Oh, I think mine is minus 12 too. Yeah, I'm minus $12 also.
Hey,
You're tied. You're tied.
Damn.
Yeah.
We are tied.
Yeah, got to get out of these because we're getting a little too close. That pull back towards this area. I'm not liking this, and I don't want any issues. Even though this did kind of pull up slightly, I'm expecting this to kind of bounce off this little area, which is around yesterday's.
Mm-hmm.
This is not good. And then we got this is kind of stalling. It's ready. It's ready to see what's going on with this news. And then AUD USD has just totally pulled all the way down. All right. Remember, I was waiting for this second position to come on. I haven't got it labeled a second position. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off.
Right.
I'm not interested in it anymore. And I'll take this off too. Watch this end up going throughout news, and we'll talk about this tomorrow. Because the rule of thumb, how it works is if we stay in the trades, it's bad news. If we get out of them, it's good news. It's just how
Murphy's
it works
Law.
for some strange reason. Yep. So just to be on the safe side, go ahead and close them and not even deal with this.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, my bad. You can go right ahead. Tiger, just want to close those out for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, go ahead and flip on back to me because this gold setup is literally the perfect, like the ideal way. I love using the master pattern in cohesion with the supply and demand. So yeah, like I mentioned, I've got a contraction box on a 5-minute. So again, price moves out of that box, so that's manipulation of the downside. Price moves up above that box, manipulation of the upside. Moves down below this area, wicks in, manipulation. Moves back up. Like this is the perfect example of the master pattern in action. So now I just want it to keep manipulating its way until it eventually hits my demand zone on a 15-minute time frame. Because when that happens, then that is a complete cycle of the master pattern at work, if that makes sense. So basically it's that fan.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of creates that open fan And then again, you never know how many manipulation legs you're going to get. It might be a couple, might be 8, 10, 12. But so far we're looking at the 1 down, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I mean, maybe it'll come back up and manipulate this area before coming down to my zone. I don't know. I don't have to know. I just wait until it does its thing, because ultimately I know that I'm buying undervalued because I got those value lines that come out of those expansion boxes, and that's kind of a confluence as well. By the way, when I get 2 contraction boxes in round about the same area. So that makes me feel extra happy about buying underneath that area. Now, a lot of people that use master pattern will just buy anywhere under here. But, again, I don't want to just buy anywhere. I want to buy where there's unfilled orders. So I just thought that was a perfect example to show you guys. And now that we're looking at it on a 15-minute, I mean, it's starting to form a 15-minute master pattern or contraction box, I should say. So hopefully that makes a little more sense about how I use master pattern.
Yep.
But
guys,
yeah,
I mean,
was quite
quite
a wait today. I think these guys in the afternoon session is going to have some action.
Now, if this master pattern continues, maybe it manipulates up here before coming down. I don't know. So I'll just take whatever it gives me. But preferably, if I want to buy this gold trade, then I'd want to see a negative, a miss on that CPI for the dollar, right? Because that obviously the opposite of good news for the dollar is bad news for the dollar is good news for gold. So that 5 score it's given me, if it's good for the dollar, it's bad for gold. That knocks me back down to a score of 4. So, yeah, if it's a soft number for the dollar, then this is probably set up number 1 for me right now.
Nice, pick and choose them.
I like what you said. Talk about the news, and you said, you don't know. You don't have to know. That's true. The only thing you have to do is follow your process. That's the only thing you
exactly
do. Really.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. Because if it's a strong dollar number, okay, well, let's go find another currency pair.
I mean, initially, price will most likely do the opposite what he expected to do anyway, even if you were right about the news.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it could just follow this trend, this little example here, and it could turn around and just come straight down. Who knows? Who knows and who cares? I'll take whichever.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of have sleepless nights about wanting to know. Then you're in the wrong game, yeah.
I used to spend so much time and energy trying to figure out, you learn how to do something, and I don't want to just know how to do it. I want to know why, the explanation behind it.
Exactly. Yeah, analytical mind.
And it's good that I understand the basics of all the reports, but at the end of the day, just taking a step back and looking at it from 30,000 foot view, it's just a simple math. It's just a simple numbers game. How many beats have I had, or how many, misses have I had on all the reports? It's just a simple numbers game.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had 6 that have beat expectation. I've only had 3 that have missed expectation. Okay. Well, overall, it's pretty decent fundamentals. Just that by itself is a positive 3. Now let's match that up with the COT report. Let's match that up with the retail positioning and the trend and stuff like that, the seasonality. So, yeah, just having a basic understanding of GDP reports and CPI, inflation, all that. I mean, It's good to understand the basics, but you don't have to know the ins and the outs of it.
Yeah, I mean, what they mean, how they calculated all that. But to be honest, really, to try to forecast it or worry about that, it's just not.
Yeah, we're not economists. We just trade price action based off of whether they fail or exceed their or
Right.
miss or make fail badly on their projections. So that's kind of the beautiful thing about it.
100%. No, I love it.
The talking
Absolutely
heads
love
will
it.
always tell you after the fact, anyway, this is exactly why this and this and this happened.
Oh yeah, hindsight. They're the smartest hindsighters that there is. But at the end of the day, like even when we
Yeah.
do the new, or yeah, we're not Nostradamus. And anybody telling you they know where this market or that market's going, run away because
For
Quick
I
sure.
as you
have no
can.
clue where any of these pairs are going. But I just follow the price action.
Hmm. That's like some of these guys, they're telling me like, oh, I'm doing 15, 20% a month. I'm like, every month? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay. I'm not even finna argue with you.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, how come we
No,
haven't
you're
seen you
not.
Not
on
worth it.
Bloomberg?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you are,
Still
like,
working
how
for
much are you
Goldman
risking to
Sachs.
get that? I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
like it's just no way.
there's only a
Like,
handful of
no, I'm
people that have ever
serious. I'm
done
like, okay.
Right, guys, we
these
got
types of
about,
moves.
what's it, 7 minutes or so left
Yep, yep.
before our session stops or finishes. Again, been a bit of a
Yeah, definitely
quiet
got some
one.
big news
Only a
coming out,
couple of
guys.
trades taken. Things were being said, trades were taken, but in the end, we opted to get out.
Mouse has failed.
Mouse has failed. Fat
Because it's funny,
fingers.
right? Like a part of you, like you said earlier, Tiger, a part of you still just wants to hold on to it. Like, want to hit that home run. Like, oh, what if the numbers come out and it goes my way, right? It's like, yeah, but that literally in
Exactly.
that exact moment, it takes it from trading to gambling. And
Yeah,
that's that
exactly.
fine
Exactly.
line that, is
Just
so
like that.
paper thin. Yeah. That
Well,
you
yeah,
cannot,
because like
sometimes you can't even spot it.
yeah, I used to set trade. I used to set
Absolutely.
limit orders. So a stop limit, or I'm sorry, a buy stop and a sell stop. I used to set those like 1-2 minutes before a news event, 10 pips on either
Oh,
side,
wow.
whether it was going up or going down, and then just let it do its
Right.
thing and immediately cancel the other order. But yeah, I finally had realized the same thing. And the bad thing is I got lucky on a lot of those and made some pretty good dollars. But
That's the worst
that's
thing
the
in
worst
trading.
thing
It's
in the
like,
world.
creating bad habits.
Yeah. It's the worst thing that can happen is when you do that and actually make money, because then you think, oh, this is no
Hmm.
problem. But then you get
Yeah,
humbled a time or
absolutely.
two and you recognize that it's just nothing more than a lucky gamble that happened the first few times, and the reality
Yep.
hits. At the end of the day, average is average.
Yeah, I tell that story all the time. One of my closest friends, that's my boy. I've known him since high school. He started trading with us. Very first trade he takes, he accidentally over leveraged and made $3,000 his very first trade, and he was
Ooh.
Yeah,
hooked
that's
from
the worst.
then. I was like, dude, this that was not supposed to happen. This don't happen often, and that's not like repeatable. He like, this real money. I'm like, yeah, you can take it out. It's real, but just don't think that that's
Which
how
was
it
probably
goes.
the best idea. It's just
Literally,
like,
look.
take it and run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get the hell away from trading. Go take it to the
Yep.
casino.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, like he's
Yeah, it's
better
also
off playing.
weird. Like, for example, I've got some family members that try to trade. Obviously, you try. You can't just do this like in a couple of months. But with
Hmm.
engineering, so when things don't work out, you really get angry as to the why. Trying to overanalyze the why about it. I mean,
Right.
it's one of those jobs. It's only jobs in the world where you can actually be wrong multiple times and still, make money, or the other opposite way,
Hmm.
right? Get
Yep.
proven wrong over and over again. Because if you had to make mistakes, you know, in a real job, you'll probably get fired. Whereas with trading, as
Right.
long as you stick to your plan, and that is your job parameters, then you haven't really, broken the rules of your job. but at least
Mm-hmm.
it's difficult. I just find it
It's just like
different people with different backgrounds, like the technical side of things, from an engineer, can potentially find it difficult to trade. You know, 'cause they don't
Right.
know why they're right about things. So yeah, weird.
just like
No, it's
baseball, just like being a 300 average baseball player. They're Hall of Famers,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
failing 7 out of 10 times. So I mean, trading is
yeah,
very similar because you can win
Mm-hmm.
33
yes,
percent of the time and still make a lot of money.
mm-hmm.
My trade, I'm at like
100%.
38%. So I'm nothing special when it comes to winning percentage, but I just figured out the risk reward side of things, and that's all it takes.
Yeah,
Just lose a tiny.
Right.
I've gotten really good at losing a
mm,
tiny amount. Uh,
100%.
No, I get it. I get it.
Best Loser Wins, really good book to read.
I
That's
love that
Tom
book. I
Hogarth.
got it in my Audible. Yep.
Yeah, it's
Best
over
loser
there in my
wins.
bookshelf.
Yep.
Yeah, you figure out how to lose small amounts, and that's it. I mean, you'll catch a good runner or two, the home run. I mean, you might get a handful over the course of a year,
It's
but
funny
they'll
you even say
do
that.
most.
Focus on the quality of the setup and not the money, right? Best loser
Yeah,
wins. Yeah,
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It's true.
Audiobook.
but
I had it on
I
audiobook.
haven't read that. I'll check that out, definitely.
Yep.
It's a real good one.
No, I love it. It is really good. I really love it.
Mhm.
Oh, it's
I
probably
like
on
those
Kindle. I've
conniption
got a
moments where
Kindle
you're like,
for my birthday,
you're
so I can watch
absolutely right.
I'll read that in bed.
Tom Hogarth.
Yep. Tom
That's
Hogarth. He
it.
did a great job.
Right, gentlemen, I think
Well,
we're pretty much there, right? You got anything else to share with
yes,
us?
sir.
If not, then we can wrap things up. It's always been a pleasure being with you, lads. And
Of
still a
course.
few days left in this week, right? So we'll definitely see each other again. I know you're on later again, Mike. No, you doing sessions, right?
Yeah, just morning. I think Tiger's on later.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got the 8 to 10.
All right. Let's wrap it up here, guys. Thanks very much for watching to all our viewers. Have a good one. I hope you enjoyed. Please stay tuned for the pre-market pulse. That'll be in about 15 minutes' time. And we'll probably see a bit more action in the afternoon session, especially after those CPI numbers come out. But thanks again for watching. All the best from my side. Trade safe and stay safe. Goodbye.
Have a good
Absolutely.
one.
All right, guys.
Hola Prime.